I'm Danny McDermott with the Varsity Sports Show. Today I'm here with the head coach for Brophy High School, Jason Jewell. So Jason, you guys are 1-2 on the road. How are you guys going to get over that bump today against a promising contender in the state of Arizona?
We're going to play our butts off, and first and foremost, our kids are going to come out with energy and just let the chips fall where they may. And we're trying to play 4 quarters. These guys, it's obviously, they're a good football team and well coached, but so are we. So we're going to get after it tonight.
That's what I like to hear. And so who do you think we should look out for tonight on the field?
Oh, it depends on what side of the football. So if you're looking on offense, man, we have some good players. Case Vandenbosch, committed to Air Force, and Dalen Sharper, and Donovan McNabb, and Devin Fitzgerald. You know, good players on defense side. You can look at like James Pike, Deshaun Crine, Ryder Noches. Those are some of the standouts we have.
All right, thank you so much. And we'll come back to you later tonight. I'm here with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Danny McDermott. I'm Danny McDermott with the Varsity Sports Show. Here tonight I'm with Liberty head coach Colin Thomas. So Colin, I was wondering, your team has been so dominant on defense for the past all season, and you guys have only given up less than 10 points for majority of the teams you've won against. So I was wondering how that defense is going to dominate today.
Yeah, they have some really good players, so it's going to be a great challenge for us to stop 1 and 84 and the quarterback, so we're going to play really well.
So going off of your defense, who are we looking out for tonight?
Yeah, you know, Paul St. John, Tyler Bernstein, Hudson Dunn are really good up front for us. Angel Thus in the back end, obviously an amazing player, so we got to play our best football tonight.
Great, thank you so much. And I'm with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Danny McDermott. Thank you so much.
Let's go. You can just count me down whenever we're going live. Welcome to Liberty High School on the Varsity Sports Show. And tonight we got a show on our hands between two teams in the top 10 in Arizona. We got the Brophy Broncos ranked at number 9 and number 3, the Liberty Lions. I'm Riley Garcia, followed by my color commentator, Ethan Troll. Ethan, how are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm really excited, and so are these fans here for both sides. And, you know, it's crazy because both fan bases are really excited. The energy's really high. But for the teams, it's more mellow because they know how important this matchup is for future playoff contention. There's only 2 more games after this week, and these are 2 of the top 10 teams in the entire state of Arizona. So at the end of the day, everybody's really excited for this matchup. And if you're looking at the Brophy Broncos, they are 4-3, entering this game struggling on the road. They're 1-2, but have an opportunity to go upset a big-time opponent in Liberty, who has been undefeated at home and on a 5-game win streak.
Yeah, and another thing here about Liberty is that I went back and looked back to 2019-2020, the last 4 matchups they played. Liberty's won the last 3 of those games. And there's the kickoff. And that's going to be a touchback through the back of the end zone. As Liberty will take over with the ball. Should go out to the 20-yard line.
Liberty begins first and 10.
Yeah, for the Liberty Lions offense, they're very well balanced overall. I mean, they attack through the air really well, and they run the ball really well. They're one of those teams that is very difficult to understand because they are so well balanced and know when to call the right plays. They only had that one loss to a Utah team that they went to Utah for, and well, ever since they came back, they have been rolling on that side of the ball.
There's a snap. Looking over the middle, there's a catch. Looks like maybe a first down or just short of the line. Nope, yep, he got the first down.
Well, how about that for the first play of the game? Stevens throwing right to his big-time receiver over the middle of the field. And my goodness, that's how you want to start as they're going hurry up here.
Receiver in motion from left to right. There's the handoff running left side. And fighting forward for a couple of yards. It'll be second down. Looks like he got about 3 yards, maybe 2 yards in that play.
Yeah, that was Source there on the carry, number 26. He has only his 16th carry of the season, and he's right there to hitting that 100-yard mark on the season.
Looks like the tight end in motion. There's a handoff. It's an end around. It's a jet sweep and going nowhere. Trying to stay on his feet. Just got right back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
That was Braxton Tate, outside linebacker there, to help out with that stop. And Braxton Tate's been doing really good this season. And 5'9", 181 pounds, it's really hard to make those kind of tackles in the middle of the line of scrimmage.
It just seemed like Brophy was there ready for it. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Running back in the backfield. Now in motion. Steven by himself in the back. Brophy made an adjustment. There's the snap. Scrambling out right side. Throwing. It is caught on the sideline, but did he stay in? And he did, a first down. He kept the toes in bounds.
Nice catch by Hun there. And that's now his 14th reception of the season.
Play action pass. There's a throw over the middle. Incomplete. It got jarred loose, had it in his hands. And Buggy was there to knock it away. Or actually force the incompletion, I believe.
Yeah, he forced the incompletion there. Senior, 6'2", 180. When you're that kind of size, being so agile in the low zone, and making a play like that, that shows really impressive agility skills because it's really hard for defensive backs that size to make those kind of plays.
Set it second down. There's the snap. It's going to be a run up the middle.
Jaden Sanchez on the
Looks
carry.
like he got about a gain of 2, maybe a gain of,
Run down by James
maybe
Williams.
about a gain of 4.
And Ryder Noche.
Should be about 3rd down and 6, I believe.
Ryder Noche coming down on the tackle from his corner spot.
Right at midfield here in front of us.
Man, you got to love those corners coming down because usually they're the ones who struggle the most with tackling, but right there, Noche came down and secured that and forces a 3rd down.
2 receivers over here to the left. Running back in the backfield. 2 guys in motion now. We're stacking up the left side. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff, going to take it himself. He's going to be short of the 1st down, but he did get a couple of yards.
Brought down on the play by Bishop Allen.
Now it's 4th down here, 4th and short. Wouldn't be surprised, obviously, they're going for it here. They're not going to punt. I mean, Braden Stevens there on the carry there, and that's what makes him very
I
versatile.
think they brought in Jaden Pico for that one play. I think it was Pico for that one play. Yeah. He's out there in the huddle. They changed quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Senior, 5'10", 160, very mobile.
Running back in the backfield, going for it on 4th down. 4th and 1. There's the motion and the flag.
It's like it's going to be a false start here.
Refs called that play right away as soon as it looked like. And it's going to be on Liberty. Be a false start. Now I saw Jaden Sanchez. He played in the receiver spot over here on the left side, and he was moving out, motioning out to the right side. Now it should be about 4th and 6.
Yeah, they've changed their entire lineup now on this 4th down, so we'll see here.
4th and 6.
They're going to, yeah, they're definitely going for it again.
They're going to go for it. I don't know if this is the best play to make, especially this early. It's like the tight end in the slot. Motioning there from right to left.
Carter Roth.
And another penalty flag from the back.
Penalty marker due.
This might be on Liberty again.
False start again. No, delay a game. Looked like he signaled false start. It's going to be delay a game. It's going to be 4th down and 11.
Well, how about that? This is a weird start for Liberty. They're usually hot and ready to go on the first couple drives.
Especially with how they started off this game, too. Now they're going to punt. They changed their offense around. Yep, they're going to punt.
Receive for the Broncos.
I mean, at this rate, you may as well punt to be safe, too, because you're not going up against some other random high school. This is Brophy Preparatory, and you want to make sure you're playing good football against them.
Noche's back to receive the punt. It's going to let it bounce. It's going to keep rolling to the end zone. No, it's going to stop short of the end zone.
That was a heck of a punt there. My goodness.
I thought that was going to roll into the end zone.
Yeah, took a few bounces and got good chunks on those bounces, and they stopped it right, I believe, inside the 10 there. If you're the Broncos, this is a good testament to see what you can do to respond deep in your own territory. Somebody I have looking out for in this game for the Brophy Broncos is Harrison Chambers. He is one of my X factors for this game in order to get their offense going and to be able to keep the Liberty Lions defense on the field.
They got a number of playmakers. Looked like Devin Fitzgerald motioning there. There's a snap. Vanden Bosch running out left side, right side, and pushed out right about the line to gain. I don't know if he was short or did he get the ball across. He got pushed out of bounds. Kyle Case. I'm messing this up. My bad. Case Vanden Bosch scrambling out to the right side. It's going to be short of the 1st down line. He kept the ball himself. Do you expect that right away?
Not really, especially in your own territory. But Vanden Bosch, again, both of these quarterbacks are very mobile.
Vanden Bosch takes a snap. He does hand it off.
Handoff goes to Harrison Chambers.
And it's going to be a 1st down for the Brophy Broncos. 2 plays, they got a 1st down.
Yeah, Harrison Chambers, again, he's my X factor for this game because If you want to beat a good defense, you've got to run the ball on them and keep them on the field. And that's exactly what the Broncos are going to do tonight.
No, Chambers against Higley last week. 15 rushes, 63 yards.
Awesome.
There's a flag as soon as they snap the ball.
Yeah, it looked like a false start there by Jason Kubica, number 7 there on the close side.
Against Brophy.
Kubica.
Thank you.
I just happened to talk to the coach a little bit before game about name pronunciations. Couldn't get all the questions, but we got a lot.
Well, now both offenses, again, with false start penalties to begin the game. I mean, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. But if you're the away team, you've got to be able to be consistent on offense here.
Yeah, especially with the yardage they just got. They lost it all. They got 10 yards to start, and then they lost 5 more. There's the snap, looking left side, incomplete. The intended receiver was Devin Fitzgerald. A low throw.
Yeah, Vadenbosch tried to get that rainbow pass to Fitzgerald on the sideline, but just couldn't put enough air on it, and it fell right to the ground. So now we're here, back on 2nd down. Let's see what they do. Do they go back to the run, or did they attack up the middle?
One guy in motion. From right to left, there's the snap. Looking, he turns. It's going to be a screen pass. I think it's going to fall incomplete. Or did he? Yeah, he looked over to the right side right away, made a quick read, then turned back to the left.
3rd down.
Yeah, that was Theth Zues there on the tackle. He comes down from his strong safety spot all the way up top, comes from the blitz, and destroys that screen pass there. 6'1", 195 senior. You can't make a better play than that.
He just read the he read the screen pass. He just knew it was coming. There's the snap. And he passed 3rd and 15, short throw over the middle. There's the catch. Trying to break away. He lost the football. I think it got picked up by Liberty.
Sharper.
Are they calling it incomplete instead? No, he did fumble. And recovered by Liberty.
Oh, Dylan Sharper there on the fumble. He tried to fight for more yards, and the ball just slipped right out of his hands, falls to the ground, and the Liberty Lions recover it and are in prime position to get the first points of the game.
Zeth Thews, I think he pushed the ball out, did he not? I think he got his hand in there and knocked it right out of his hands.
He touched it a little bit, but mostly it was Sharper there. He got the little tap off, but he tried to fight for more yards, and it just slipped right out.
7 minutes to go, and now Liberty's in prime position in the red zone. Ball's on the 15. They had 2 guys in the backfield, one of them motions. There's a snap, going to keep it himself, scrambling up the middle, and he's going to get a couple of yards on that.
The Lions offense is involving a lot of motion already to start this game. Their wideouts are going left and right, tight ends left and right, running backs now left and right. That confuses a lot of defenses because you want to be able to create space for the ball carrier to get those crucial yards.
2nd down and 5. You know what team? Actually, we'll wait till after this play. Another motion from left to right.
It's Connor Williams.
There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff. Running left side. Now turns up the middle. Is he going to get brought down by a group of Broncos?
He picks up 6 yards and a Liberty.
That's going to be a 1st down for Liberty. You know what team does a lot of motion plays actually in the NFL? It's the Jaguars. Apparently what it does, and really what could help, is that if you're in man or zone coverage on defense, the offense can figure it out if they have someone in motion. Learn that something new every day. 2 guys in the backfield now.
Center.
And then up the middle, touchdown, Liberty. He just had the gap wide open up the middle, and he got right in.
Nick Source there on the carry. They went into a full-on 3 running backs in the backfield. One of those guys was going to get the ball, and they gave it right to the guy, right behind the QB, up the gut to the left side, red carpet touchdown.
You could definitely hear my confusion there off the start. 3 running. Oh. Did someone on the offense jump, or did the defense jump and go forward?
I mean, either way, one of the linemen got pancaked right there.
Brophy pointing, saying it's on Liberty. Liberty trying to say it's on Brophy. See what the ref marks it here.
That was a heck of a drive by the Lions in response to. I mean, they took
Ball
off.
start.
False start called
Ball
against
start on
Liberty.
the PAT.
Yeah, they took quite a bit of time off that drive, and the good way to finish it off with the ground game. I feel like that's what's going to be very crucial tonight, is who is going to have more rushing yards and whose offensive line is going to be able to create the gaps for their running backs.
Now it's going to be a longer extra point here. 5 yards longer. Snap good. Spot down. Kick is no good. He missed it left.
It's no good.
And the score will stay 6-0.
Well, there you go. Those 5 yards made it crucial right there to miss the extra point. And now Brophy, even though they gave up the touchdown, at least it's not by 1 point, but 1 point could make the difference of this game.
Did you hear what they just played over the speaker? They played that one commercial. Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Yeah, I remember that commercial, and it's still very, it's always, it's so funny how they have certain traditions here just like that, where it comes to random commercials or random lines in movies. It's fun to hear different schools with different traditions like that.
You know, there was one guy who used to intern with Varsity Sports Show. He actually came on during one of the meetings before. He used to be a broadcaster. But man, he's spoken so many anecdotes. Sammy Caleb, if you're out there listening, I got to listen to one of his games. I was sitting on camera right next to him when he was calling it. And like it's awesome. The man, like, he knows exactly what to say, exactly for what moment, and it's always funny. It's always enjoyable.
Right. Getting to the game, the last time these two teams matched up, it was a complete blowout by Liberty. They won 48-10, and that was about 2 to 3 years ago. Obviously, the teams have completely changed, completely redone their rosters with transfers, recruit, you name it. And it already feels like it's going to be a more competitive game this time around, especially considering that both defenses are getting pretty aggressive, especially within their blitzing.
All right, here we go. Both teams will take the field, getting ready for the kickoff. Brophy will be back to return it. Ryder Noche all the way on that far side. And Bishop Allen is back on the near side.
Nick Schwindler to kick off.
Yeah, if you're the Broncos special teams here, you got to get a good return. I mean, obviously, if it touches back, that's okay for you guys too. But for your first drive on a punt to start off inside your own 10, not a good start. You want to give your offense a little bit more room to work with.
Nick Schweiler off to kick it off. There's the kick. They'll take it running up the middle, and there's a flag. They'll call it dead. No, it's going to be a touchback. Did he call it a fair catch? Or?
He touched his foot, I believe, on the line, on the marker there for the end zone.
The Broncos will begin first.
Bishop Allen was the one that returned that one. It's going to be a... Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat there.
And that sucks too, because he was ready to return it up the middle, and his foot just barely touched that end zone marker, and now sets him up at the 20.
One guy in motion, number 6, going to line up right next to the quarterback, Vanden Bosch. Takes a snap. Short check down route. Going to get tackled and go out of bounds. The football came free. They're going to mark it incomplete.
For Cheaters. Broken up by Griffin.
I thought it came free as he was getting tackled.
Yeah, they're saying that, yeah, they're going to mark it. Yeah, they're going to mark it incomplete, like you said, and that was the Chambers there again. He's been getting the ball early to start this game.
Fitzgerald in motion. From the far side to the near side. There's the snap. Vanden Bosch is going to take it himself. Try to go to the right side, but then tries to curve up the middle. Is not able to find any space. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to go up against this Liberty Lions defense, because they are over 30 sacks on the season, I believe now 18, 19 sacks in the last 3 games. And they're really good at stopping the run. If they want to get some kind of room, they need to get aggressive on this offensive line.
You know, they also want to get the passing game going too. They got a lot of really good receivers, Brophy does. There's a snap, throwing left side. Missed Fitzgerald, the intended target. He overthrew him. And that's going to be a punt.
Yeah, he also threw on the inside shoulder, which is not where he was supposed to go. If he would have thrown it outside over the top to Fitzgerald, almost said Larry Fitzgerald there, excuse me, to Devin Fitzgerald's outside shoulder, that could have been a massive game right there. And once again, it's another opportunity gone for the Broncos, and they have to punt away.
Yeah, Fitzgerald actually against Hamilton. 14 catches, 234 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Devin Fitzgerald.
I wonder where he got that from.
Calls the fair catch. Takes a high bounce at about the 40-yard line. Rolls to the 45, to the 30. Mark it at the 32.
On the 49 yards with no return.
Well, if you're the Liberty offense, go right back out there and put up some more points. You've continually done well with the run game and the short pass game, and that's what's been working for you all season. But if you're Brophy's defense, how are you going to be able to contain that run?
At some point, you got to be able to make a stop. They already made one stop at the start of the game. The second drive just didn't go so well, and then again, that's because Brophy's defense came back onto the field inside their own 20.
Yeah, at least they have more room to work with here. But also, again, stay aggressive because it's going to be one of those tight-knit games where it's going to be a little bit for your offense to figure it out. So the defense is going to be, feels like they need to be able to step up a little bit more and take on some more dirty work.
Earlier in the game and pregame, right down here in front of us, I actually had to join the Friday Night Live pregame show, and I talked about one of the keys of the game. Brophy's defense is going to have to be aggressive at stopping a high-powered offense of Liberty. So, and right now it looks like that's definitely exactly what they need. They need to put pressure on that quarterback. They're going to need to also, if you put pressure on the quarterback, it makes it easier on your corners and your safeties to be able to hold the rest.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. And again, I'm looking at the stats right now for the Liberty Lions, and the fact that they've been able to consistently put up 150 plus yards for passing almost every game, and 150 plus rushing yards every game, back-to-back weeks of 200 rushing yards is incredible.
They're putting 150 rushing and passing yards, both of them each?
For each game, yeah. It's been crazy.
See, that's 300 yards on offense.
Perfectly well balanced.
There's a run to the left side. He's going to get the first down. Got a big run there. He had space. Jaden Sanchez had space here on the left side, and he took off and gets a big first down. The ball is on the 41-yard line. Scoreboard's got it marked incorrect over there. There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's going to get a big chunk of yards, make that 8 or 9 on that carry. Jaden Sanchez again. They are feeding him the ball.
Back-to-back carries for the junior running back. I mean, they created space on the outside zone between the left tackle and the left guard, and they did it right there on the opposite side as well. It seems to be the recipe.
2nd and 2 from the midfield. There's the snap. Going to be another handoff. And got met by one Brophy player and breaks free and goes down for a first down. I couldn't tell who that was that got there, but plugged the hole. And Sanchez just broke right over on top of him and falls across the first down line.
Ryder Noche again coming down from his safety spot there to make the tackle. And that's not really good for your linebackers because the linebackers have got to be able to make those tackles. They're getting blocked by this offensive line really well.
Another receiver in motion. Takes a snap, throwing near side, completion, caught on a first down. Ryder was there for the tackle, but it's going to be a first down for Connor Williams.
A gain of 4.
Correction, it's going to be second down on this
Oh,
play.
Sorry,
But
I thought the markers were back here for a second. That's on me, folks.
that's okay. But either way, solid blitz right there for the Broncos.
I know, and a gain of a couple yards. Pass over the middle. There's the completion. He's got open space to the end zone and the touchdown. But there is a flag on the play. I saw a flag fly as soon as the play started.
They let off the fireworks a little early there, but that's so far a touchdown for Cam Segal. Tie in on the seam route there, right up the middle. Nobody around, and he was gone and turned on the afterburners.
And they will call it a touchdown for Segal. He just had an open, just a streak route, just right down the middle.
Yeah, he sure did, and they went into that zone coverage there, but the linebackers left him hanging. There was nobody around because they wanted to send in that extra man blitz, and it didn't work. Liberty Lions offensive line was ready for that blitz, and Segal up the seam, like you said, all the way into the end zone. Another red carpet touchdown.
The Liberty Lions now a chance to make it a 13. No, are they gonna go for it? I've seen this before. Look, everyone moved out to that. Everybody moves out to that far left side. It's gonna only give them 3 linemen. They could either all run back and nope, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for 2. He's gonna run right side. He's gonna go down. Did he get in? Yes, he does. The 2-point conversion is good for Liberty, and it is now 14-0. They make up for that missed extra point.
You know, you made an NFL reference here to the Jaguars and their motion, but I'm going to make a different one here and talk about the Dolphins and their special teams. When Brian Flores was the head coach, he had that special teams play against the Philadelphia Eagles the year after they won the Super Bowl, where everybody was spread out and the punter had a shovel pass over the top to the tight end for a touchdown. It was something similar to this, but it was all the quarterback there. That was number 15, Jaden Pico, there on the carry on the right side.
You know what that also reminded me of? That also reminded me of, remember that one Colts play that, like, kind of went, they weren't supposed to, I don't think the center was supposed to snap it, and he did.
Well, thankfully, this play right here was designed to be snapped.
Yeah, this one was designed to be snapped, but that last one wasn't, actually. Little fun fact. Probably a lot of people already know that. I might be late to the party.
Well, this has been a strong start for the Lions. Like, they are coming out raging. And it's crazy because their first drive ended with a punt, and then after that, they have been rolling and ripping through the Broncos.
You know, that first drive also had, 2 or 3 false starts against them as well?
Yeah, it was 2.
And delay a game as well, so it backed them up, really put the pressure on them. And they took care of that in this third drive. There's the kick. It's going to be a short kick. Caught at about the 35, maybe the 25.
The kickoff is fielded by Stefano Wood.
Stefano Wood
Tackled by Tygo Callaway.
was the one who returned that one. It was a short kick to that far side of the field.
Yeah, they did a little squib kick there, and Wood was there to recover it, but then he got met by a bunch of Lions and smacked down. And now the Broncos offense comes out. Now there's no time for desperation, but you don't want to go down. You don't want to punt again and eventually potentially give up another score. It's time to respond.
Another motion, Devin Fitzgerald. Vanden Bosch takes the snap. There's the catch, and short of the first down line is Jason Kubica.
Pass is caught by number 7, Jason Kubica.
Yeah, good route by Kubica to get open on the outside, but again, this Liberty Lions defense is almost right there, ready for the tackle. They have not gotten many yards after the catch here for the Broncos.
Ball's going to be short of the 30-yard line. I believe at the 29. More guys in motion. There's the snap. Looking left side. It's going to scramble left side. Trying to spin away. Gets near the line, but he's going to be short. Only got about a yard there. It's kind of hard to see when you're sitting at an angle like this.
Yeah.
Only got about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
I mean, smart decision there by QB1 right there. Just trying to get any yards he can. And honestly, take what you can get. But now you've set up on another 3rd down. Attack the middle of the field. Usually it's open on third down.
3 receivers is far right side. Vandenbach's going to look. He's going to be hit as he throws. The ball's going to come out. The refs, I think, are blowing the play dead, and they do.
Ruling on the field by officials is an incomplete
Oh, I
pass.
think the Broncos got away with one there. I mean, the arm was coming forward, so I can understand why they ruled it incomplete. But that ball, just as he was throwing the arm forward, the ball did pop out. So I think, in my opinion, at least from what we can see, the Broncos got away with
Might have a
one.
couple of Raider fans yelling tuck rule.
Oh, boy.
We're making all kinds of references today. It's going to be a punt. A minute 38 to go here in the first quarter, actually.
Here comes the block unit for the Lions.
Receive Trey Younger and Mason Lombardi.
Trey Younker's back to receive this one. And brought down right away at the 35-yard line by Alex Buggy. Was there the wrap around. And
Alex Buggy.
Great play by Alex Boogie right there. He came right down the middle and was able to slam down the returner. That's got to give the team some juice going to the sideline.
Liberty first and 10 from the 36.
He was fired up coming back up to us.
I think they got 3 men on the line of scrimmage. Brophy Broncos do on defense. I think they got 3 linemen probably. Maybe 4. What do you think they're going to send?
They'll probably send 4 consistently tonight because if you're a defense that sends 3, that just tells you right there that you're not confident in your D-line.
There's a snap. He's going to try and scramble away. Someone was there to meet him. He's going to get away and maybe get back. No, he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. He tried to spin around again and gets brought down. He was under pressure right away. He's scrambled to the far side, scrambled to the near side, spun away a couple of times and could not do, and he's going to lose yardage.
Well, he tried to make something out of nothing, and then unfortunately he got nothing there. Josh Anderson was originally going to get the tackle for loss, but slipped out of it. And then John Michael, number 44, defensive end junior, ended up finishing it off for him there.
That was Jaden Pico who had it. Now Brandon Stevens is back in the game. Another receiver in motion. There's the snap. Stevens looking far side, caught on the sideline. The ref will say he caught it.
Yeah, Brophy went into a cover 3 right there and backed everybody off, but that leaves room for the short passes, and that was one right there.
They just said no gain, but it looked like one of the chain crews backed up the stick by about a yard.
Oh, interesting. I thought he was in bounds. All right, 3rd and long.
Oh, there's a flag. False start. That's going up against Liberty. From 3rd and 13, it's going to be 3rd and 18 now.
That is the 3rd false start for them in this quarter, and it's really difficult to have those kind of penalties on offense at home. You don't see that very often.
47 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's going to be 3rd and long. Brophy stands are getting pretty loud behind us.
Yeah, take the one-on-one shot here.
Trying to bring the pressure. There's the snap. Looking, stepping up, throwing far side, incomplete. He threw it out of bounds. He looked deep for the first down, tried to go for 20 yards on the pass, and it's going to fall incomplete, and it's going to be a punt by Liberty.
Good response by the Broncos defense, giving up a touchdown on the last drive, a deep touchdown, and now having a 3-and-out here. That's a really good way to bounce back.
Looking to give their offense a chance here to really make the comeback.
I tell that to my daughter. She got 2 interceptions. I always
Oh, the punt gets blocked. It's going to go toward. It's going to be picked up by Brophy. Picked up by Brophy at about the 10-yard line. The punt got blocked, and it flew backwards towards the end zone. Then took a little bit of a hop towards the side and gets picked up at about the 10-yard line.
Well, we figured one of these special teams was going to make a block tonight. I mean, they sent everybody there in the package. When Stefano Wood with his 2nd special teams touch of the night, now this one being a recovery.
And this is going to be big time for Brophy's offense, exactly what they needed. It's going to be, they're going to rule it at the 11-yard line.
Wow. That balance beam is starting to tilt just a little bit towards the Broncos now. If they score, it'll start to even out.
2 receivers to the far left, 1 to the right. There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff. Running right side, trying to gain a couple of yards there.
Number 6, Harrison Chambers.
And Harrison Chambers was the one that got the handoff up the
Brought
middle.
down by Cannon Cummins.
Yeah, good run on the outs. Sorry to interrupt, but good route on the outside, or run on the outside.
Same formation, same play, running outside. Gets maybe about a yard or two on that one. Chambers again tried a little halfback stretch route, tried the outside handoff. Time running down here in the first quarter. And that is it. The first quarter is over. We will go to a break. Folks, do not touch that dial. Do not close down the app. We will be back in a moment.
Hey, principals, coaches, and athletic directors, Vince DeLisio here. I want to tell you about an incredible resource for our high school sports season, Viva Varsity. Viva Varsity is the Spanish language broadcast that brings our community even closer to the action. On game days, you'll find live sports, interviews with players and coaches, and real-time score updates, all in Spanish. This is such an important way to connect with families and fans who want to follow along in their own language. Whether it's baseball, softball, track, tennis, or any spring sport, Viva Varsity makes sure no one misses out on the excitement. Schools can use Viva Varsity to celebrate their athletes, build stronger community connections, and share those memorable moments on and off the field. So this spring, let's make sure we're reaching everyone in our community with the energy, passion, and coverage that Viva Varsity provides.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. The start of the second quarter. Brophy's offense is going to take over. 3rd down and 3. The ball on the 4-yard line on a blocked punt in the first quarter.
I mean, seriously, this has been almost the entirety of the first quarter was all Lions. And then, like you mentioned, that block punt came out of nowhere. They sent 4 extra guys in on the blitz because they figured they needed something to spark this offense to respond and get a score. And now they put them in prime position, and with back-to-back run plays to Chambers, they're set up deep into the red zone and hopefully can make this a 8-point game.
Now, it is a little bit hard to see considering we're sitting in, the 4th row here?
5th.
5th row. Cable doesn't go far enough. We're normally at the top of the bleachers, but we're also in the visitor stand this time around.
Either way, though, this has been a fun game to watch.
I know, this has been awesome. Especially when you're up in the front row and you got all the fans behind you, too. Instead of having the fans in front of you, you get them all behind you, so you can feel the energy from behind. You know when they're stomping on those bleachers trying to make some noise. You can feel it right under you.
You can. And something I want to mention about this Broncos offense is that we have only seen 1 target for Devin Fitzgerald tonight. Actually, 2.
Seen about 2 or 3.
And neither of them have been a catch. And he recently committed to Notre Dame for the collegiate level, so that's a really exciting opportunity.
He had offers from Arizona State and U of A as well.
Yeah, he did.
He had a lot of offers out there. Had 32 offers. Look at that. 32 offers Devin Fitzgerald had.
That's amazing. He's been really quiet tonight. Let's see if they get him involved here.
Got him in motion, moving from left to right. 1 receiver over there on that far side. 2 on the left. There's the snap. Vanden Bosch is going to get met in the backfield. He looks like he just, I don't know if he was looking for a route to open up and was moving that way, or if it was designed to be a run. I'm not sure, but Liberty's defense steps up and is going to try and force the field goal. Right now, if you're Brophy, you need to get these points here.
Yeah, I mean, either way, though, that was their chance to put up 6, and they did it with a bootleg, which is not really the best play call to call deep into the red zone there on 3rd down. But at least, like you mentioned, they will hopefully get some points here, at least 3.
Field goal from the 5-yard line. There's the snap. Kick is up. It is good. It's going to sail way far. It went back towards the trucks over there parked on the far side on the track.
Well, 3 is 3 points. I mean, your defense puts you in an opportunity to go score some more, but you'll take any points that you can get, and that's momentum coming to your sideline. Now the defense has a little bit more juice to be like, okay, well, at least they were put in a decent spot and got some points, but they're going to have to keep that energy up to keep the offense in this game.
You know, but when you start on the 11-yard line, you're really disappointed knowing you started on the 11-yard line. That's your big chance to put up 6 in the end zone and put it down to a one-score game. And unfortunately, they got stopped, only able to get 6 yards on that drive.
Well, at least the good news is there are 2 more quarters after this one to keep putting up points. So,
and it was the start of the fourth quarter after, or the start of the second quarter. So, you know, you at least got some points there. And you got a lot of time left, but unfortunately, you're a little disappointed that you didn't come away with the 6 points that you wish you got to make it a one-score game. Instead, you're going to be left with a 2-score game right now. 14-3, 11-13 to go. We are at the start of the second quarter.
yeah, Jason Jewell, though, he's had a pretty decent season overall. I mean, again, the team's 4-3. They're really good at home. And Jewell was hired back in 2019. He's in his 7th season as a coach. He led his team to the 6A conference finals each of the last 2 seasons, earning the number 1 seed in both seasons. 10-win season in 2023, the most since 2014, and the first time with back-to-back 10-win seasons since 2011-2012.
So Brophy's ran into a little bit of trouble, but they can still get right back to that mark again. Plus, we know, based on those last couple of years that you mentioned, that this is definitely a really good team. And all they need, honestly, you get a big win, that carries a lot of momentum, especially right towards the end of the season here.
It sure does, but if you want to win a gritty game against the Lions, you got to get just as gritty as them.
There's the kick. It's going to be a deep kick towards the end zone and a touchback.
For a touchback. First and 10 for Liberty from the 20.
We just heard some fans talking about like the size of some of these receivers out here, and it really amazes me how every year of high school that goes by, it feels like players are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't you think?
Yeah, I know. Like, I feel like back when we were in school, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like now it's just people are a lot bigger than what I remember seeing when I was a kid. It's like, what? How did everyone get so much taller now? I wasn't that tall younger. One man in the backfield. Gonna be a motion again. Fake the end around. It's gonna be a handoff. Breaks free. He's gonna get a couple of yards on the far side of the field.
Sanchez carries.
Sanchez with the carry.
Tackled by Buggy and Pike.
The offensive line is fired up after that one. Every great offensive line loves when they create those gaps for their running backs and sees them just take off.
It's only going to be about a gain of 2. Buggy and Pike were there. We called Buggy's name a couple of times. There's a snap under pressure. You're going to scramble right side. Throwing near side, incomplete. And gets hit maybe after the play. He's going to get up and the ball's going to... So it's incomplete. 3rd down and 8.
That was Deshaun Crin with the boom there on receiver, believe number 20 for the Liberty Lions, Jaden Sanchez. Yeah, running back. He laid the boom out, letting them know, like, hey, we down, but we're not out of this yet.
Stevens was under pressure right away, stepped up in the pocket, then had the scramble right side.
That was great pocket presence.
Brophy brought the pressure, and now is a chance to do it again. 3rd and 8. Oh, look at that. They really changed. They just changed the formation.
Zone coverage.
Looking. He's going to scramble. Now going to backpedal. Going to run back this way. And he's going to throw it out of bounds. Just trying to throw it away. And it's going to be 4th and 8. Brophy brought pressure as soon as the ball was snapped. He tried to look to that left side. Immediately had to turn around. Had to run backwards. Had to run near side. And just going to be forced to throw it away. Brophy twice now.
Yeah, the herd is just, they started putting their horseshoes down in the grass and just taking off after the QB. They're sending pressure once again, and they're going to keep doing that because it's what's been working.
2 drives in a row. They make that 3rd down stop and force the punt. Ball is going to pop just past the 50. Going to keep rolling short of the 35. They'll mark it at about the 36.
41 yards with number 2.
41-yard punt. and that's going to be downed. So that's a pretty good field position. You're starting at about just past the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Broncos for the 36.
On the 36-yard line, I was right.
Yeah. And
You came away with 3 points the last time. What do you do this time around?
well, it's difficult because they've been trying to get that separation on the outside tackles, but if that hasn't been consistently working, go towards the middle of the field, attack the middle of the field. They have 2 high safeties. You don't want to test out those deep boundaries because those safeties are going to be right there ready to rock and roll.
Chambers in motion, moves from the running back position to the far receiver. Now Sharper's in motion. Everyone's moving. No one in the backfield.
5 wide.
Takes the snap. Throwing right side. Going to be a short little route. It's going to pick up quite a bit of yards. Right over the middle of the field to the 40-yard line. It's going to be about a gain of 5, maybe a gain of 4.
Tackled by Mason Lombardi.
Yeah, there's risk come reward when it comes to consistently putting out those short plays. Short is what they're probably going to keep doing here, but don't do too much of it because then it's going to be predictable for the defense and they're going to start bringing their guys up.
Mason Lombardi was there for the tackle. For those of you Packer fans. There's the snap. He's going to now scramble up the middle. He had time. Now he's going to scramble. He said, nope, I'm not going to wait. Let's just go. And he's going to get a couple of yards. He kind of stood back. He waited. He had time back there in the pocket. And he just said, we can't wait anymore. Let's get something at least.
Yeah, Noah Stewart, sophomore, 6'1", 161. He's pretty quick for his size, too. Good pocket presence to step outside and upfield and just get the yards that he can.
Should be about gain 3rd and 4 now. There's a snap. Throwing. First down for Brophy. Trying to break away. He's not going to be able to. But goes down, but it is a first down for Brophy.
Good catch and run by Jason. Go ahead. Jason.
You go ahead. You can go ahead. You're
all right. Well, Kobika there on the run after catch there. He actually ran backwards a couple yards on that play, and he had to work his way upfield to get back the first down marker. Thankfully, he was able to do that.
Never a big fan of trying to go backwards, but if you can go backwards and you know you're going to get back those yards, then that's when you do it. There's the snap. Under pressure, going to scramble away near side. Now he's going to pick up about a maybe gain of 5, maybe 6 before he's pushed out of bounds. Vanden Bosch really fighting for those extra yards. The pressure came from that right side, and he had to scramble to the left.
Yeah, and a good tackle by Eli Rudderman there on the sideline, but Broncos actually had a couple of their offensive tackles holding behind the quarterback there. They got away with it, but either way, it doesn't matter. Didn't throw a flag there. Still a good play.
2nd down and 4. Just past midfield. Vanden Bosch takes the snap under pressure, scrambles up. He's in hit. He lost the football. And they all dive on it. Who's got it? It's going to be Liberty's got it. Liberty ball just past the 45-yard line at the 47.
Oh boy.
No.
Yeah, and if the Liberty Lions came into this game with only 3 fumble recoveries on the season, and now they have 2. That's pretty crazy. And the fact that the defense for the Broncos is giving them opportunity after opportunity for the offense to respond, and they're giving up the ball. They have to play clean football if they want to beat the number 3 team in Arizona and the Lions.
The offense has just not been able to catch a break, it looks like.
Well, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, so there's plenty to go.
Going to be a snap. It's going to shovel pass. Going to pitch it out the near side. He's going to be met by a group of Broncos, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of a couple there.
That was a very late delayed toss there. Braden Stevens was contained there on the outside. He was like, what am I going to do? Huh? What am I going to do? Am I going to toss it? Am I going to keep it? Trying to trick the defender, and ends up tossing it very late and gets a solid gain right there of 3.
Yeah, he definitely waited a while. Looked like a shovel pass. There's a handoff right up the middle and met right away by everybody.
Yeah, I believe that was almost the entire front seven right there, bringing down the
Yeah.
tackle. You can't give individual stats on the tackle right there because there was so many.
Yeah, you might be trying to figure out, okay, well, who made the tackle? It was everyone. There wasn't one guy. It was all of them.
And now you set up a third down once again for this Lions offense. And now, ever since that last touchdown, they've been struggling to move the ball.
3rd and 7 at the 49. Another receiver in motion. There's the snap. Looked like a quick pass right away. Now he's going to scramble away up the middle. Runs near side and gets the first down. He ran towards our direction. He scrambled up the middle, changed direction, scrambled towards the sideline. And he's going to pick up 9 on that run. Oh, my goodness.
Braden Stevens is so fast. He fooled the entire defense there for the Broncos. They weren't ready for that. And Josh Anderson had the chance to tackle him in the middle of the field and got juked out, and both of his ankles almost broke.
Just when Brophy had another chance, Stevens scrambles away for a first down. Your guy in motion, fakes the handoff, spins back around, throwing near side, caught on the sideline and out of bounds with the first down. Segol was there for the Segol was there for the catch. And yep, okay. Yeah, sorry, I thought I saw something there, and I'm like, hold up, something didn't look right there for a second. We're good. More motion there, scrambling here to the right side. There's a pass out to the left. There's the catch, running towards that outside. You're going to try and fight forward, still fighting forward, just won't go down, and finally does.
Cam Segall on back-to-back receptions. Big dude, 6'3". You can't miss him, but they haven't been able to cover him too well tonight. And now that he's starting to get hot with his 3rd catch of the game, that puts him close to 100 receiving yards.
First down.
Going to be another first down for the Liberty Lions. There's a snap. It's a high snap. Going to be a handoff. Met in the backfield by number 27. Was there for the tackle. Gregory Rydell. He met him in the backfield right away.
Yeah, Gregory Rydell there on the blitz. He actually came in unblocked right there. Swam off of one guy and was able to make the open field tackle for a loss right there. And here we are, 2nd down and long. If you're the Lions on this play, you're in a comfortable position. But again, tackle for a loss gets you out of the groove a little bit.
Sanchez, again, looks like a trips formation there. Timeout. Got a timeout on the field. And it's going to be called, Liberty called the timeout. So let's go to a commercial break. Folks, we will be back in a moment.
A man who was known as a monster of the Midway, terrified NFL athletes with his relentlessness as a linebacker, laying big hit after big hit, all while shutting down offenses left and right. Lance Briggs, the Chicago Bear great whose terrific career included 7 Pro Bowls, 1 first-team All-Pro, 2 second-team All-Pros, and a potential Hall of Fame inductee. The Northern California native played his college ball in the Grand Canyon State at the University of Arizona. While a Wildcat, Briggs was a 3-time first-team All-Pac-10 conference selection. He finished his collegiate career with 308 tackles, 10.5 sacks, 36 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, 10 passes deflected, 5 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. Briggs was drafted with pick 68 in the 3rd round of the 2003 NFL Draft. He finished his rookie season with 78 combined tackles, 4 passes defended, and 1 pick 6 off of Brett Favre. He continued to be one of the best linebackers in the NFL during his time playing. Briggs finished his professional career with 1,177 total tackles, 940 solo, 15 sacks, 97 tackles for loss, as well as 19 forced fumbles and 16 interceptions. His potential Hall of Fame career has solidified.
Welcome back to Liberty High School. Liberty's got the ball, 2nd and 10, 5:33 to go before the half. They're on the 14-yard line in the red zone. Last play was met in the backfield.
Yes, the refs are checking the spot here. The Broncos defense, they are all very shallow right now, leaving the top section of the field almost wide open. So if you're the Lions, attack that.
Gonna be 2nd and goal. Sanchez there in the backfield again. Fakes the handoff, throws left sides, got wide open space to the 10 and out of bounds.
What a great tackle by that Broncos the corner to go all the way out there and catch up to the intended receiver. I believe that was number 18, or yes, number 18, Carter Roth, there on the catch and run, but wasn't really able to make much of what room he had.
Gets a couple of yards there. It's going to be about 3rd and 11, maybe 3rd and 10. Well, technically 3rd and goal from about the 10. 10, the 11-yard line is where they marked it. Fans are loud. Here's the snap. Firing. Oh, I think it got tipped maybe at the line. I saw it get tipped up in the air towards that left side, and the receiver could not hang on. I thought the ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage and then tipped again on the sideline. And Brophy's defense came in big, and this looks like it's going to be a field goal for the Lions.
Yeah, that Broncos defense is doing everything it can, and they've been on the field so much already in this first half. And they're continually making stops after giving up the last touchdown. And even before that, they made a couple stops too. So another great stand by the Herd.
You know, one of the stats I thought I saw here was that Liberty doesn't kick very much field goals, actually. I think they've only had really a couple of attempts all season. It's mostly been PATs. There's the kick. It is up. It is through.
The field goal from 29 yards.
17-3. 5:17 to go before the half. Brophy's got the time here in the half to get some points back on the board. Remember, if you get a touchdown here, you're in a one-score game.
Yeah, this is still a very winnable comeback for the Broncos here. And again, it's just the struggles on offense on getting on the field and then going off in less than 2 minutes. That's been really a big struggle for them tonight. They have to continually stay on the field in order to give their defense rest, because if their defense is continually on the field, they're going to get gassed out and thrashed.
It happens a lot. You know, and even though this feels a little more one-sided for Liberty, and okay, the score says 17-3. That doesn't look great. But if you get a touchdown, all of a sudden you're down by 7.
Yeah, that would put you in a really good position. I mean, even a field goal at this point. I mean, they'll take anything to go back into the locker room and be like, okay, this is what's working and this is what's not. Let's go back out there and let's have a better second half. But again, 5 minutes, 17 seconds, plenty can happen.
You also know that if you do get a field goal, you're back to being down by 11. You're down by 14 at the moment. You know this is where they really want a touchdown. If they get a touchdown here, it's going to turn one of those things where the score looked farther, but then it turns out all of a sudden it's gonna look real close. Let's see if Brophy can make the adjustments. Here's the kick. Deep kick towards the end zone. He's gonna return it out. Trying to find some space here on the near side. Just not able to get much.
Brought down by Brecken Darday.
Yeah, Bishop Allen trying to make a good return there on the outside, but got tackled by the laces and down. And here we go again with the Broncos defense starting well into their own territory again. And
it's going to be on the 14-yard line. Maybe should have just let it bounce in the end zone for a touchback.
I mean, potentially, but you wanted to give a spark for the team in general, because that's what they need right now, especially as the away team going up against a really consistent and good Lions team.
No, there were 2 guys that if he got around them would have had a lot of wide open space too. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off. And running right up the middle.
Hand off to Chambers.
Chambers maybe got a couple.
Chambers on the outside zone run. He just didn't have the blocks, and the linebackers are now starting to recognize where the ball is going. They're keeping an eye just on the ball. They don't care about the players. They want to know where that leather is going. Lions defense is communicating with one another. They've been a good job at rotating their guys around and making sure everybody's in place.
There's the snap. Looking to Fitzgerald, makes the catch on the sideline, breaks away. He's got the first down and finally brought down.
Devin Fitzgerald. He's driven back by Seth Thues.
Oh, got a little excited there. I mean, Fitzgerald got his first catch of the night and had a good play there. Either way, but Thues for the Liberty Lions just came in and smacked him right down to the bottom of the line. My goodness.
Well, making an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. He looked ready to go. They're going to make the adjustment now.
2-by-2 in the pistol formation. I'm assuming they're probably going to pass the ball here. 4 minutes to go.
There's the snap. Looking, left side. Couldn't hang on.
Pass is incomplete.
Kubica there on the potential reception right there, but it bounced off his fingers, and usually the easiest catches can turn into the hardest ones, and he was pretty open there on the play, but then got smacked by the free safety coming towards him to make sure that pass was truly incomplete.
Chambers in the backfield on the right side. There's the handoff. Chambers going to tuck his shoulder. Going to pick up a couple.
Tackled by Eli Ritterman.
Yeah, the Lions are just they're roaming around for prey, and they did just that right there. Chambers once again on another outside zone run that they called earlier on the drive, and it didn't work out too well, and it didn't work out here again. If they want to be able to get down the field, you have to throw or run down the field, not to the sidelines.
There's this pass caught by Sharper and a first down, a big third down conversion.
There you go, right in the middle of the field to Dylan Sharper. We've been saying his name quite a bit tonight when it comes to motion, but now for this reception, it starts to move the chains with 3 minutes to go.
Von Bosch ready, takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Chambers. No, he keeps it himself on the fake, and he's going to be met by 3 people.
Oh boy, yeah, this Lions front 4 is starting to get after it. That was Hudson Dunn, their middle linebacker, outside linebacker as well for the Lions, and this run game is starting to slowly go away for the Broncos, and they're starting to feel a little desperation with time ticking before the half.
Von Bosch takes the snap, fires over the middle of Fitzgerald, and trying to break away. He was going to be brought down by his jersey and met by everybody in the middle of the field. And about a gain of maybe 5. A timeout is going to be called. Who is the timeout called by? And we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Folks, we will be back.
Timeout, Liberty.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here. With the lights dim after the fourth quarter. But the real game has just begun. We often talk about touchdowns and tackles. In East Texas, the college recruiting process is not an athletic transaction. It's a community rite of passage. For 1A through 4A towns, sending an athlete to college ranks is the highest communal validation. Does a scout find that 4-star talent in a town you can miss in one blink? Well, the landscape is national because recruiters don't stop at the state line. The emerging trend emanates from the West. Arizona State University and the University of Arizona have become key out-of-state destinations for Lone Star talent. Watch the players hailing from towns like Texarkana and Tatum. They fuel the Arizona pipeline. Arizona State under Coach.
Welcome back to Liberty High School. Brophy has the ball, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Trying to get him on the hard count here, I see. They're testing it out, but it's not working. The Lions front 4 is very disciplined so far tonight.
Fitzgerald in motion, moving to the right side. There's the snap. Von Bosch going to scramble.
Oh, boy.
It's going to throw over the middle. Caught by Fitzgerald. Only going to be about a gain of 1, maybe 2. And it's going to be a punt. Callaway was there for the tackle.
No gain on the play. Timeout, Liberty.
No gain on the play. And Liberty's going to burn a timeout now. We just got back from timeout. And all of a sudden, they call another.
Well, let's make a discussion point then. I think that, now that's Devin's third catch of the night.
He had a
And
couple of targets before that, just wasn't able to haul anything in. Now all of a sudden they've got him involved. A couple of pretty big plays. We were just talking about that in the break. What did you want to add on about that, actually?
well, when he catches the ball, Wolf for the Cardinals described Larry Fitzgerald when he was playing as his hands were like clouds. You never heard anything when the ball hit his hands. It was just a little. You really couldn't hear anything. And Devin catches almost the same exact way. Not super aggressive, not like a bop when you catch the ball. It's a like a little poof in the cloud.
I remember that being mentioned. I remember that.
And Devin's doing that now on these back-to-back plays. 2 good catches, and he's such a strong runner, though. My goodness, he runs with so much power.
He just refuses to go down. Tried to break away a couple of times.
You want a receiver like that at any level playing for your team.
Wasn't Anquan Bolden like that when he played?
Oh, yeah. Big guy. Big guy. Never wanted to go down.
4th and 6. There's the punt. Almost got blocked. Back to return it. Gets away from 1. Tries to scramble away from 2. Whoa, that was a flag. Did you see where that came flying from?
Yeah, it flew like 30 yards down the field. That was a strong throw by the ref, by the line judge.
See what the flag is on. See what it's for.
He's pointing towards the Lions, so it seems like they're going to be backed up a little bit more here. Now we're under 2 minutes to go. And if you're the Lions, you just want to run a consistent 2-minute warning drill here.
Because I was looking on that far side during the punt return, and all of a sudden, out of just the corner of my eye, I see this flag come flying 30 yards downfield. Lands right down here on the sideline, a couple of yards past us. It came to the right of us. It flew past us.
It was like one of those, what are those called? Birdies? It's like a yellow birdie that we used to play in middle school, badminton.
Oh, yeah.
Bat it up and be flying across the other side of the field.
I'm a badminton legend. Play me in badminton. Oh, we're having a lot of fun up here.
More like down here since we're at the 5th row.
You know, I had that thought in my head, and I'm like, I hope he. I'm like, I had the thought in my head. I'm thinking, hopefully he mentions it. Here we go. Liberty 1st and 10. 3 receivers all the way to the right. One of them in motion now, moving right to left. 2 on each side. Looked right side, throwing left side. There's the catch. Going to get the first down. He's got some space down the sideline. And finally tripped up and goes down.
We got 1:50 and ticking, and that was a good bubble screen pass on the outside, making room for the middle of the field to be open, and got a good chunk play there.
They went from the 17-yard line all the way up downfield. There's the throw left side.
Stevens connects to win once more.
Yeah, he's got the first down, got a couple more yards.
A gain of 8 on that.
Not just a couple more yards, he got 8. A timeout used by Brophy. The 1:25. That ref the line judge came flying over here from the right side, scrambles over to that left side.
Yeah, it's a good timeout to call too because Brophy got chunked right there on back-to-back plays. You want to reestablish what you're going to run on defense now, and they're only sending 4 in this 2-minute warning. Again, prevent defense, from what I've heard, prevents you from winning games, correct?
Yeah, I definitely hear that a lot.
And
usually with prevent defense, I think what you're trying to do is just don't worry about trying to make the big play. Let them catch it and just tackle them. And sometimes it really backfires, but other times it can work out.
Well, the Lions have so much energy going from that first bubble screen play on the outside. They went right up to the line within about 5 to 7 seconds there and already was ready to hike the next play. I mean, they're really determined to put up one more score before the end of this half.
They're playing that Friends theme song here during the break. That's all these players are, a group of friends.
Yeah, I used to watch Friends a long time ago, watch the whole show, and it's fantastic.
I actually didn't. I've watched a few episodes.
You should watch the entire show. It's really fun.
We probably got a couple of viewers like, how have you never watched it?
Well, there's no friends on the field tonight between these two teams, so they're enemies tonight.
But your teammates are always your friends.
Absolutely.
It's like a trips formation here. Look at the 2 receivers couple yards back.
Yeah, 4-3 formation for the Broncos again.
Another man in motion, moving to that left side. There's the snap, had a couple of yards of space, throwing, fires over the middle. There's the catch, trying to scramble away to the left side.
Stevens pass complete on the play to Carter Roth.
Stevens pass to Carter Roth. And a big first down for Liberty.
Zone coverage got picked apart right in the middle once again.
Brophy trying to bring the pressure, scrambles up, fires on the sideline. There's another wide open catch and steps out of bounds short of the 10, mark it maybe around the 15-yard line.
Sickle again, man. That puts him over 100 receiving yards on the night. He has been on fire, and that's now his third time being wide open as well.
19 yards.
A gain of 19. See if Brophy's defense can really do something here. Time is stopped with 1:04 to go. If you can come away and just stop them from getting points here, just go into the half, see what you can do. Another motion from left to right this time.
Checking the play here.
3 receivers over here to the right, 1 to the left. There's the snap by Stevens. It's going to fall incomplete.
Stevens pass incomplete. Intended for Source.
Light him up, Gene. Light him
Number 27, Gregory Rydell, was there. Even if he caught it, Rydell was right there to be able to make that tackle.
Yeah, it was probably better that it didn't work out anyways because there were 2 Broncos defenders waiting for him to make a big hit or a big play, and it wasn't right there from the start. It's probably better that it went incomplete.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Broncos DBs 2 wide right here are playing very deep. They're giving a lot of soft coverage right now.
Don't want to get anyone in that end zone. Going to be a handoff right up the middle, able to break away from one tackler, but then quickly brought down.
Tackled by Tate.
Well, the Broncos defense is still standing tall again.
Gain of a
Bend
yard.
but don't break.
Third down and about 9 to go. There's the snap. Under pressure, steps up. He's going to scramble to the left side. Short throw, gets the completion, and wide open again. And brought down past the first down marker.
Stevens
And
pass
now
is complete
deep
to
into the red
Varsity.
zone.
30 seconds and ticking, man. They're managing the clock really
It'll
well.
be first and goal. Inside the 10. There's the snap. Scrambling right side, throwing right side, knocked away, almost picked off by Deshaun Crine was there to knock it away. Did you?
Deshaun Crean.
Green. My bad. I said that wrong. Deshaun Crean was there. He got his hand right up there. Like they tried a little fader route there, and Crean just jumped up, got his hand, and swats it down.
That was a good route, and
If he was able to get a second hand on it, he could have been picked off.
that,
Go
yeah,
ahead. I
yeah.
cut you off there.
No, it's okay. That could have been, yeah. I mean, if he got 2 hands up, that was a pick, like you said. Jump high, extended stretch, just barely got the tip.
A lot of guys in motion now. No one in the backfield. There's the snap. Stevens looking, throwing. It is intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone. He's going to try and take it out of the end zone. Alex Buggy.
Stevens pass is intercepted in the end zone.
What?
Did he run it out of the end zone or did he?
Alex Bucky for the Broncos.
I'm not sure, but either way, what a stand once again by this Broncos defense. They have been getting picked apart, and making stops, and now the crowd is getting juiced up because of that. Now they have momentum going into the locker room. Whether they're down by 14, 15, it doesn't matter. This defense is fighting on every single down. What a play, and what a stand by the Broncos.
This defense had 6 interceptions on the season.
Now make that 7.
Make that 7.
Lucky number 7. But now they're pinned.
And this is actually Buggy's first interception of the season. And there's the snap. Looks like just a QB sneak maybe, just trying to scramble forward. Let the time run out. We are going to halftime. 17-3. Liberty leads. But maybe Brophy has got something to say in the second half. We will go to break.
My name is Ethan Troll of the Varsity Sports Show. Every season, no matter the sport, there's always a new story to tell. For the Highland Hawks at Highland High School, it hasn't gone off too well for them. They started the season 0-4, and it looked like the season was going to continue that way. And now, that story has been completely thrown in the fire, and now a new one is in the works. In their first 4 games, the Highland Hawks have been outscored 116 to 28 points, 29 points allowed per game, and 7 points scored per game. In those 4 games, the offense had a combined 298 passing yards and 492 rushing yards in total, 130 plus in 3 of those first 4 games. They had 0 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and only 2 rushing touchdowns. Even with the defense giving up so many points, they got 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 226 tackles. The team entered their home match versus the Saguaro Sabercats with a new energy. They scored 14 unanswered in the 4th quarter to win its first game since November 8th of 2024. They won the game 28-21. Then they traveled to Castile High School and won 26-20 with a balanced offensive attack. And in their last matchup, they beat the Horizon Huskies at Horizon High School 24-20 with 244 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and no interceptions. They haven't thrown an interception since week 5 versus Saguaro. All of their touchdowns were in the second half, 17 points in the 3rd quarter after being down 13-0 at halftime. Just like the old saying goes, it doesn't matter how you start, it's about how you finish. And for the Highland Hawks, they hope to continue their streak and fly high in the sky. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ethan Troll reporting.
Hey, principals, coaches, and athletic directors, Vince DeLisio here. I want to tell you about an incredible resource for our high school sports season, Viva Varsity. Viva Varsity is the Spanish language broadcast that brings our community even closer to the action. On game days, you'll find live sports, interviews with players and coaches, and real-time score updates, all in Spanish. This is such an important way to connect with families and fans who want to follow along in their own language. Whether it's baseball, softball, track, tennis, or any spring sport, Viva Varsity makes sure no one misses out on the excitement. Schools can use Viva Varsity to celebrate their athletes, build stronger community connections, and share those memorable moments on and off the field. So this spring, let's make sure we're reaching everyone in our community with the energy, passion, and coverage that Viva Varsity provides.
A man who is known as a monster of the Midway, terrified NFL athletes with his relentlessness as a linebacker, laying big hit after big hit, all while shutting down offenses left and right. Lance Briggs, the Chicago Bear great whose terrific career included 7 Pro Bowls, 1 first-team All-Pro, 2 second-team All-Pros, and a potential Hall of Fame inductee. The Northern California native played his college ball in the Grand Canyon State at the University of Arizona. While a Wildcat, Briggs was a 3-time first-team All-Pac-10 conference selection. He finished his collegiate career with 308 tackles, 10.5 sacks, 36 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, 10 passes deflected, 5 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. Briggs was drafted with pick 68 in the 3rd round of the 2003 NFL Draft. He finished his rookie season with 78 combined tackles, 4 passes defended, and 1 pick 6 off of Brett Favre. He continued to be one of the best linebackers in the NFL during his time playing. Briggs finished his professional career with 1,177 total tackles, 940 solo, 15 sacks, 97 tackles for loss, as well as 19 forced fumbles and 16 interceptions. His potential Hall of Fame career has solidified himself as an NFL great. As of recently, Briggs has begun a new football journey, this time back where he played college ball in the state of Arizona. He has taken a new job as the varsity linebackers coach under head coach Chris McDonald's staff at Basha High School. In 2024, Briggs had the chance to coach his son, Lance Briggs Jr., at Basha. This season, coaching the linebackers, they've seen a lot of success. As the number 1 team in the state of Arizona, Basha's 7-0 start includes great play from the linebackers. One of the best players on the team has been Dante Bruley. He has 10.5 sacks and 21 tackles for loss through 7 games. Basha's in a good place with Briggs coaching the linebackers. They will continue to succeed defensively with him there. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Niall Rosenberg.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here, with the lights dim after the 4th quarter. But the real game has just begun. We often talk about touchdowns and tackles. In East Texas, the college recruiting process is not an athletic transaction. It's a community rite of passage. For 1A through 4A towns, being an athlete to college ranks is the highest communal validation. Does a scout find that four-star talent in a town you can miss in one blink? Well, landscape is national because recruiters don't stop at the state line. The emerging trend emanates from the West. Arizona State University and the University of Arizona have become key out-of-state destinations for Lone Star talent. It's the players hailing from towns like Texarkana and Tatum. They fuel the Arizona pipeline. Arizona State, under Coach Kenny Dillingham, has rostered 27 Texans in 3 years, forging a Texas to Temple movement. Built on guys like defensive end Clayton Smith from Texas High and defensive lineman C.J. Fife out of Tatum. As Coach Dillingham said, they bring that East Texas physicality. So, it's not just about winning a state championship. It's about securing a legacy, a way forward, and cementing a town's hope for another generation.
My name is Ethan Troll of the Varsity Sports Show. Every season, no matter the sport, there's always a new story to tell. For the Highland Hawks at Highland High School, it hasn't gone off too well for them. They started the season 0-4, and it looked like the season was going to continue that way. And now, that story has been completely thrown in the fire, and now a new one is in the works. In their first 4 games, the Highland Hawks have been outscored 116 to 28 points, 29 points allowed per game, and 7 points scored per game. In those 4 games, the offense had a combined 298 passing yards and 492 rushing yards in total, 130 plus in 3 of those first 4 games. They had 0 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and only 2 rushing touchdowns. Even with the defense giving up so many points, they got 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 226 tackles. The team entered their home match versus the Saguaro Sabercats with a new energy. They scored 14 unanswered in the 4th quarter to win its first game since November 8th of 2024. They won the game 28 to 21. Then they traveled to Castile High School and won 26 to 20 with a balanced offensive attack. And in their last matchup, they beat the Horizon Huskies at Horizon High School 24 to 20 with 244 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and no interceptions. They haven't thrown an interception since week 5 versus Saguaro. All of their touchdowns were in the second half, 17 points in the 3rd quarter after being down 13-0 at halftime. Just like the old saying goes, it doesn't matter how you start, it's about how you finish. And for the Highland Hawks, they hope to continue their streak and fly high in the sky. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ethan Troll reporting.
Hey, principals, coaches, and athletic directors, Vince DeLisio here. I want to tell you about an incredible resource for our high school sports season, Viva Varsity. Viva Varsity is the Spanish language broadcast that brings our community even closer to the action. On game days, you'll find live sports, interviews with players and coaches, and real-time score updates, all in Spanish. This is such an important way to connect with families and fans who want to follow along in their own language. Whether it's baseball, softball, track, tennis, or any spring sport, Viva Varsity makes sure no one misses out on the excitement. Schools can use Viva Varsity to celebrate their athletes, build stronger community connections, and share those memorable moments on and off the field. So this spring, let's make sure we're reaching everyone in our community with the energy, passion, and coverage that Viva Varsity provides.
A man who was known as a monster of the Midway, terrified NFL athletes with his relentlessness as a linebacker, laying big hit after big hit, all while shutting down offenses left and right. Lance Briggs, the Chicago Bear great whose terrific career included 7 Pro Bowls, 1 first-team All-Pro, 2 second-team All-Pros, and a potential Hall of Fame inductee. The Northern California native played his college ball in the Grand Canyon State at the University of Arizona. While a Wildcat, Briggs was a 3-time first-team All-Pac-10 conference selection. He finished his collegiate career with 308 tackles, 10.5 sacks, 36 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, 10 passes deflected, 5 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. Briggs was drafted with pick 68 in the 3rd round of the 2003 NFL Draft. He finished his rookie season with 78 combined tackles, 4 passes defended, and 1 pick 6 off of Brett Favre. He continued to be one of the best linebackers in the NFL during his time playing. Briggs finished his professional career with 1,177 total tackles, 940 solo, 15 sacks, 97 tackles for loss, as well as 19 forced fumbles and 16 interceptions. His potential Hall of Fame career has solidified himself as an NFL great. As of recently, Briggs has begun a new football journey, this time back where he played college ball in the state of Arizona. He has taken a new job as the varsity linebackers coach under head coach Chris McDonald's staff at Basha High School. In 2024, Briggs had the chance to coach his son, Lance Briggs Jr., at Basha. This season, coaching the linebackers, they've seen a lot of success. As the number one team in the state of Arizona, Basha's 7-0 start includes great play from the linebackers. One of the best players on the team has been Dante Bruley. He has 10.5 sacks and 21 tackles for loss through 7 games. Basha's in a good place with Briggs coaching the linebackers. They will continue to succeed defensively with him there. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Niall Rosenberg.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here, with the lights dim after the fourth quarter. But the real game has just begun. We often talk about touchdowns and tackles. In East Texas, the college recruiting process is not an athletic transaction. It's a community rite of passage. For 1A through 4A towns, sending an athlete to college ranks is the highest communal validation. Does a scout find that 4-star talent in a town you can miss in one blink? Well, the landscape is national, because recruiters don't stop at the state line. The emerging trend emanates from the West. Arizona State University and the University of Arizona have become key out-of-state destinations for Lone Star talent. It's the players hailing from towns like Texarkana and Tatum. They fuel the Arizona pipeline. Arizona State, under Coach Kenny Dillingham, has rostered 27 Texans in 3 years, forging a Texas to Temple movement. Built on guys like defensive end Clayton Smith from Texas High and defensive lineman C.J. Fife out of Tatum. As Coach Dillingham said, they bring that East Texas physicality. So, it's not just about winning a state championship. It's about securing a legacy, a way forward, and cementing a town's hope for another generation.
My name is Ethan Troll of the Varsity Sports Show. Every season, no matter the sport, there's always a new story to tell. For the Highland Hawks at Highland High School, it hasn't gone off too well for them. They started the season 0-4, and it looked like the season was going to continue that way. And now, that story has been completely thrown in the fire, and now a new one is in the works. In their first 4 games, the Highland Hawks have been outscored 116 to 28 points, 29 points allowed per game, and 7 points scored per game. In those 4 games, the offense had a combined 298 passing yards and 492 rushing yards in total, 130 plus in 3 of those first 4 games. They had 0 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and only 2 rushing touchdowns. Even with the defense giving up so many points, they got 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 226 tackles. The team entered their home match versus the Saguaro Sabercats with a new energy. They scored 14 unanswered in the 4th quarter to win its first game since November 8th of 2024. They won the game 28-21. Then they traveled to Castile High School and won 26-20 with a balanced offensive attack. And in their last matchup, they beat the Horizon Huskies at Horizon High School 24-20 with 244 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and no interceptions. They haven't thrown an interception since week 5 versus Saguaro. All of their touchdowns were in the second half, 17 points in the 3rd quarter after being down 13-0 at halftime. Just like the old saying goes, it doesn't matter how you start, it's about how you finish. And for the Highland Hawks, they hope to continue their streak and fly high in the sky. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ethan Troll reporting.
Hey, principals, coaches, and athletic directors, Vince DeLisio here. I want to tell you about an incredible resource for our high school sports season, Viva Varsity. Viva Varsity is the Spanish language broadcast that brings our community even closer to the action. On game days, you'll find live sports, interviews with players and coaches, and real-time score updates, all in Spanish. This is such an important way to connect with families and fans who want to follow along in their own language. Whether it's baseball, softball, track, tennis, or any spring sport, Viva Varsity makes sure no one misses out on the excitement. Schools can use Viva Varsity to celebrate their athletes, build stronger community connections, and share those memorable moments on and off the field. So this spring, let's make sure we're reaching everyone in our community with the energy, passion, and coverage that Viva Varsity provides.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here, with the lights dim after the fourth quarter. But the real game has just begun. We often talk about touchdowns and tackles. In East Texas, the college recruiting process is not an athletic transaction. It's a community rite of passage. For 1A through 4A towns, sending an athlete to college ranks is the highest communal validation. Does a scout find that 4-star talent in a town you can miss in one blink? Well, the landscape is national because recruiters don't stop at the state line. The emerging trend emanates from the West. Arizona State University and the University of Arizona have become key out-of-state destinations for Lone Star talent. It's the players hailing from towns like Texarkana and Tatum. They fuel the Arizona pipeline. Arizona State, under Coach Kenny Dillingham, has rostered 27 Texans in 3 years, forging a Texas to Tempa movement. Built on guys like defensive end Clayton Smith from Texas High and defensive lineman C.J. Fife out of Tatum. As Coach Dillingham said, they bring that East Texas physicality. So, it's not just about winning a state championship. It's about securing a legacy, a way forward, and cementing a town's hope for another generation.
My name is Ethan Troll of the Varsity Sports Show. Every season, no matter the sport, there's always a new story to tell. For the Highland Hawks at Highland High School, it hasn't gone off too well for them. They started the season 0-4, and it looked like the season was going to continue that way. And now, that story has been completely thrown in the fire, and now a new one is in the works. In their first 4 games, the Highland Hawks have been outscored 116 to 28 points, 29 points allowed per game, and 7 points scored per game. In those 4 games, the offense had a combined 298 passing yards and 492 rushing yards in total, 130 plus in 3 of those first 4 games. They had 0 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and only 2 rushing touchdowns. Even with the defense giving up so many points, they got 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 226 tackles. The team entered their home match versus the Saguaro Sabercats with a new energy. They scored 14 unanswered in the 4th quarter to win its first game since November 8th of 2024. They won the game 28-21. Then they traveled to Castile High School and won 26-20 with a balanced offensive attack. And in their last matchup, they beat the Horizon Huskies at Horizon High School 24-20 with 244 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and no interceptions. They haven't thrown an interception since week 5 versus Saguaro. All of their touchdowns were in the second half, 17 points in the 3rd quarter after being down 13-0 at halftime. Just like the old saying goes, it doesn't matter how you start, it's about how you finish. And for the Highland Hawks, they hope to continue their streak and fly high in the sky. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ethan Troll reporting.
Right behind them, here comes the first rodeo.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show here at Liberty High School. 24 minutes down, 24 to go. Let's kick it down to Danny McDermott for a halftime report.
Score is currently 17-3. Liberty's defense has dominated this entire first half, letting Brophy only score a field goal. Back to you guys.
It is,
For all of our homecoming floats from each of the classes, our spirit line.
it is 17-3.
Featuring Principal Dugan.
Coming back from halftime here in just a couple of minutes.
Once again to your king and queen, Zoe and Joey.
Let's kind of go over a couple of things here. I'll go ahead and say a couple of things here. So currently, the Liberty Lions lead 17-3. And Brophy's defense had made some really good stops. They just came away with an interception in the end zone right before the half that held the Lions at 17. The offense of Brophy is still looking to get back to really get going in this game. They had a couple of good drives, just that have a lot of them stalled out, but they had great field possession where they only came away with 3 points, and they're looking to make adjustments here in this one. So my color commentator, Ethan, is on his way back up. He had the rundown to help out with the halftime report with Danny. A minute to go before we're back in action, folks. Remember, it is 17-3. But this game is far from over. We still got 24 minutes left in the half.
Okay, thank you.
As folks, Ethan has made his way back up here, or back down here.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody, to the Varsity Sports Show.
So how was that halftime report down there with Danny, by the way?
Oh, yeah, I thought Danny did a good job. She's always been very consistent when it comes to, giving interviews and being a field correspondent. She's been with us throughout the semester, and she's done a really good job overall.
So just so I know, because I could not hear it, unfortunately, but everyone else heard that wonderful halftime report. What was talked about at that halftime report? What are we looking forward here in this half?
Well, to look forward to is another opportunity. And for the Broncos offense, they've been given opportunity after opportunity in the first half to put up some kind of points. And they turned over the ball twice, both on fumbles. And the defense is doing a good job. They're standing tall. The special teams got a block punt and an interception to keep it from potentially being a 24-3 game. And now it's still 17-3. This is still a winnable matchup for the Broncos, but they got to find some kind of spark on the offense in order to get them back in this game.
I filled the dead air time. I mentioned the interception in the end zone right before the half, by the way. You definitely made a good point about bringing back the block punt, because I did say that Brophy's offense has started in really good field position, but they only came away with 3 points. Their offense has had some good drives, but they've also stalled out as well.
Yeah,
So you know they will be looking to turn things around. What adjustments do you think they'll be making here at halftime?
Well, it's funny because I've heard interviews at all levels, and usually there's not really many adjustments to be made. They stick with the same game plan and go with what's working, but they call some different plays every so often to see if they can test each other's offense and defense out. But when it comes to adjustments, I feel like the line of scrimmage is definitely what needs to be considered of when it comes to the second half, especially for the Broncos. The defensive line is doing a really good job, but it's the offensive line that has to be able to find those ABC gap separations to get that run game going, because you don't want to pass the entire second half. If you do that, that's a recipe for disaster.
You know, mentioning that there's not really much halftime adjustments, I remember, I think I probably watched the same video you did about that. And I only found this out probably within the last year or two, that there really are no halftime adjustments. I was like, excuse me? How?
Yeah, usually the coaches go in the locker room and they say, guys, we're doing a good job here. We're not doing so great here. Let's just continue to stick with the game plan and execute. Because if you're changing the entire game plan, that's not good for your team, because you guys don't want to go out coming from halftime in panic mode. That's the last thing you want to feel, especially as the visiting team.
So that is a great point that you bring up. And now, so basically, halftime adjustments are just a way to refresh your mind on things. Let's just refresh, let's take a break, and get back out there. Is that all it is?
Pretty much, yeah. And honestly, also, you got to give credit too. I mean, we talked about Jason Jewell for the Broncos as the head coach. What about Colin Thomas? I mean, the guy has been so successful for this Liberty Lions team, consistently going to state championships, consistently going to the playoffs pretty much every year, and always up near the top, no matter what happens. And he's one of those kind of coaches that instills the mindset of just be consistent, be aggressive, go have fun, and let's keep winning football games. That's the ultimate thing for any sports team, is winning. And for a really good team, you don't care about stats. You want to go win that state title, and both of these teams want to go into the playoffs and go get that championship.
Now, as we continue off of that, Brophy will have a chance to start off the second half. They will return this kick to start off the second half.
With Bo Mamba there to start the second half. My goodness. Every time I hear this song, I think of Michigan State versus Penn State at Penn State wideout game.
Now, real quick before the kickoff, what do you think the strategy here is on the kickoff? Do you return it? Do you let it go in the end zone? What do you do?
Oh, depends on the length of the kick. If it's far, let it touch back. If it's short, return it.
There's the kick. Short of the end zone, they will return it. Scrambling up the middle, finds some space, trying to spin away, and met by everybody. Gets to about the 20-yard line there.
Tackled by Max Curtis and Island Burns.
Let's see exactly where they mark it.
Yeah, that was Bishop Allen on the return. Freshman, 6 feet, 185 pounds. How are you 6 feet as a freshman?
I don't even think I'm 6 foot.
Oh
that guy's taller than me. He's a freshman.
Again, what are they feeding these kids nowadays?
I have no idea. What is the training program nowadays?
I wish we had that growing up.
One receiver here to the near side. Sharp, there's the snap. Going to be a handoff to Chambers. He faked the pass out that way. And Chambers will get a couple of yards on that run.
Well, we mentioned it at halftime. Find ways to get gaps open, and they tried it right there on the right side. And it worked out decently well, and now here's a different approach by the Broncos. They're going hurry up.
Not able to get much yards there. Now making an audible, making a change at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's listening for the play call here.
Now the Lions are giving a very contested look right now, keeping the middle of the field clogged up.
Fitzgerald in motion. He just got going really at the end of that second half too.
Yeah,
He said his name on a couple of targets that were missed, and there's a flag. I think it's going to be delay a game.
that was Jason Jewell walking out on the walking out on the field with his arms up in the air, like, dude, guys, you knew the play, hike the ball. And now that causes a false start, backing up the play 5 yards.
A lot of miscommunication there at the line. No one kind of knew what was happening, and that second down run got them a yard. And unfortunately now, actually, did they burn a timeout before the delay of game? Actually,
Yeah, it seems to be they did call a timeout. Yeah, it looks like
I think so.
yeah, that is a timeout being taken off the board. They called it so they could avoid the penalty. And you're not even a minute into the game and calling a timeout already on the offensive side of the ball. Again, you had those struggles in the first half, and they're starting to now go into the second half. Oh boy, that's not
fans
good.
are singing "Sweet Caroline." Boston Red Sox fans, you might know this if you go to Fenway Park.
I don't think the Red Sox want to talk about their season right now.
I unfortunately got eliminated to the Yankees. I started watching that documentary on Netflix, actually. Anyways, 3 receivers on the near side. Vanden Bosch scrambling out, throwing right side. Caught by Chambers, the running back. And he'll spin away and get a couple of yards.
Tackled by Hudson Dunn.
Yeah, our field correspondent Danny was actually talking to me in pregame and was saying that Chambers was one of the players to watch for tonight, and he's been getting this name call quite a bit. He's getting a good amount of touches, just nothing there when it comes to breaking and free in open space.
Vanden Bosch hands it off to Chambers. Chambers tried to push right side, and he ran right into the pile. Tried to fight forward on 3rd and short, and not able to get anything there.
Again, Chambers right back to it, but again, it was like the announcer's jinx right there. You just can't find any room. Said it right there. They tried to get to the BC gap, but the Lions' defensive line was right there waiting for him.
4th and 1.
They're going to line up to go for it. Oh, boy.
What do they do here? There's the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Vanden Bosch trying to hop away a little bit. He ran to the right side, cut back to the left, made a little stutter step, and gets the first down. I was going to say, what do? Do you pass and find your most trusted receiver, or do you run the ball?
Well, I mean, they went unexpected. They went unexpected right there, and they ran it with the quarterback. And he had to run. He had to run quite a bit there to just get the 4th down conversion.
There's the snap. They will send 4, and the handoff. Harrison Chambers, right into the middle of the pile. Maybe got a couple of yards on that one.
That was Darius Stevens there for the Lions, senior, 5'11", 200 pounds. He's been a pretty hard tackler for this defense overall, not just tonight, but throughout the season. And once again, the Broncos trying to attack the middle of the field with Chambers, but get Chambers out on some screen passes, move him in the slot, find a different way to get him involved in this offense.
There's the snap, another handoff to Chambers. And just right there in the middle of the pile once again, nowhere to go. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
And these fans are starting to get irritated because they're seeing the same play calls over and over again. Just inside handoff, outside handoff. Like, they're wondering, what are we doing? Throw the ball.
You can definitely hear it behind us. A lot of fans are not exactly too happy, but a big play will really turn that around. Vanden Bosch takes the snap, firing over the middle, almost intercepted.
Vanden Bosch pass incomplete.
And that was almost intercepted by strong safety Caden Miller on the play. Junior 6'10", 170, and that just wasn't a good throw by Vanden Bosch.
He just stepped up right into the middle of the field. And it's going to be 4th and long. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to punt it?
Nah, in this situation, you want to punt.
They're going to punt the ball away.
And the Lions, they've got the pack right at the line, ready for a block. There's already been one tonight by the Broncos.
Trying to block this one. They'll get the punt off. Calls for the fair catch.
From Younger.
So now Liberty will take over the ball. No, we just got a little bit of downtime right now. You know, we've called one game before. This time the roles are flipped.
Yeah, I know. I was play-by-play in the last matchup we were in. It was Cesar Chavez against Saguaro. That was my personal first time doing play-by-play.
That was like my 4th time doing color commentary.
Yeah, and the fact that we're doing really good so far tonight, I believe, but so are the Lions, though. I mean, they can't. The Broncos can't stop Cam Segal. Cam Segal has been on fire tonight, and has been the huge X factor of this game when it comes to overall or for individual performances.
That was a great way. I like the way you just changed that point, because we were talking about one thing being a really good combination. All of a sudden, you turn it right back to football. See, like this is good.
What do you give it, like a B plus, A minus performance so far?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll keep track of that. I'll say we're looking at an A, maybe a B.
Well, as of right now, when it comes to the Broncos, they're so far. I mean, based on what we see on the field, they're getting the defense is doing everything it can, so they're getting like a B plus, A minus performance. Whereas the offense, it just seems like a D minus, because
the offense is just really needs to find something going.
Get Devin involved, right? He's one of the best wide receivers.
Get McNabb involved too.
Yeah, exactly. You have 2 star players on your offense. Give them the ball. If you're able to find a way to get your star offensive players the ball, then your offense will be good. As the Lions get set here and ready to go on first down. Trips near side.
And running right up the middle. Maybe close to the first down. He either got it or he's short. It's real close to the first down line. They'll say he's got it. It was a run right up the middle.
Yeah, Sanchez.
In the backfield, there's the snap. Running again wide up the middle and has a wide open gap across the 50 and taken down maybe at about the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back inside zone handoffs for Sanchez, man. They went right at the A gap where the nose tackle is, pushed him out of the way 2 times in a row, and you got nearly a first down and then a first down and more right after that. 2 plays, midfield.
One of those Madden halfback dive plays, back-to-back of them.
There's so many players that call that same play over and over again, too. It drives me crazy.
There's the snap in motion. Gonna run to the right side. It's got some space and gets tripped up. Maybe on a gain of 4, gain of 5.
Run down by Ryder Noche.
Here comes the Sanchez train. That's now 3 carries for a good amount there. He's the entire drive so far.
It's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 45.
And they're going to continue doing that if it keeps working.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what their mindset is. Receiver in motion, stands behind the quarterback, fakes the handoff, throws left side. There's the catch. And trying to scramble away. Ooh, did he get the first down there right along the sideline? He turned upfield. He went out towards the sideline, then turned upfield. And yes, he did get the first down. That'll move the chain.
Oh, yeah, he got that and plenty more. Good play action to the outside, throwing it short, and just doing run after catch after that. He was able to get out of bounds and get another chunk play. This is a quick drive so far for the Lions.
Ball in the 36 now. Liberty's been moving. Another motion. There's a handoff. Running left side, and he's going to break free and then get a couple of yards there.
Sanchez once
again. We've called his name a lot for Liberty.
Yeah, especially on this drive. He's had 4 carries now for about, 40 yards already? Like, he's been almost this entire drive, and they're continuing to give him the ball. He's so speedy off the edge, and it's crazy because the Broncos are sending 5 guys in, but they're blitzing. They're continuing to blitz on the weak side, but Sanchez is so fast that the weak side backer can't get to him.
Brophy's defense going to look for another big play here. There's the handoff. Oh, a hurdle. What? Did you see that? Oh, and there's a flag. A flag got thrown right after the play. Did you see that play?
You know what's funny is that it wasn't even that high of a hurdle, but he still made the hurdle right there. Nice play there.
Honestly, I've never seen much successful hurdles in a high school game, especially like in person.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to make those kind of hurdles happen. And the fact that I know it's coming back right here, but that's still a pretty impressive play. Even all of the Liberty sideline over on the opposite side of the field were like, oh my goodness, wow, that was crazy. And I'm sure some other words too.
So that'll back them up to about the 41, maybe the 42-yard line now. Brophy fans having a way to have fun behind us. Another receiver in motion, running to the right. There's a deep pass, firing left side, one-on-one coverage, knocked away, and there's a flag. I think it's going to be pass interference on the defense.
That was Bishop Allen there on the coverage. He was good for the most part. And then right at the very end, his left arm tugged the right shoulder of the receiver and brought him down just a little bit. I mean, that's pretty close to call, but as you see, obviously the fans are frustrated. But at the end of the day, even just a little bit of tugging is going to throw that flag.
Yeah, Brophy's fans got a little bit loud right there.
I mean, you can't blame him. It was a pretty close call, but that left hand did tug inside the collar there or on the shoulder pad. Either way, it is pass interference.
Doesn't normally go to the spot of the foul. That wasn't the spot of the foul, was it?
No, in high school, it's a 15-yard penalty.
It's only 15 in high school.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the collegiate level, but in the NFL, of course, it goes to the spot of the foul. So
I got a lot of studying to do for a high school game.
well, it's a good thing you're at one now, right?
Yeah, I
Get
didn't
more
know
practice
that.
in.
Hey, I know now.
You're welcome.
That's what you said that the last time we called. That was your first time on play-by-play, the last game we did.
Yes, it was.
This is my first time on play-by-play. So look at that. The roles reversed.
As the refs are discussing now where the spot of the foul or spot of the ball is going to be. They're just making sure everything's right. But now, if you're the Broncos defense, you've been at this point all night long where you feel like your back is continually up against the wall. You're giving up all these yards, but you're not giving up a big score. And they haven't done that since the second quarter, early in the second quarter.
They were hoping for a big offensive drive from their offense. But once again, they're backed up on their own side. As you said, backs against the wall, and it's been that way. And their defense has really stepped up.
They have to. Otherwise, this would be a complete blowout right now. This would most likely be a 40+3 game right now if this defense hasn't been standing up. This Liberty offense, it's kind of like last week. They faced Centennial last week and won 30-14. Centennial came at them with a really gritty, aggressive defensive game plan and was able to find ways to stop the Lions. And I think it seems like the Broncos also did their film research and was doing the same thing that Centennial did to them last week, which was continually set pressure and find ways to get pressure wherever they can.
Did you hear that Jeopardy music that was playing? It really took a long time right there. Had the fans singing along with it. Anyways, there's the snap. Running right up the middle. He kept it himself. He faked the handoff. He kept it himself, ran right up the middle with two blockers. He's going to get a couple of yards here. Let's see where they mark it.
Well, it's 2nd down and 5 there. And that play reminded me of La Jolla Community Wolves play that they ran earlier in the year where they have a receiver come down and take the handoff. But instead on this play, it was the exact same thing, but the QB kept it and ran to the right side for a solid gain.
Two receivers to the far right, one on the left in motion. There's a handoff to the running back right up the middle, Sanchez. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. He's going to be close to that first down line. They will move the chains. He did get the first down.
Tackled by Bishop.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to actually the guy that made the hurdle earlier, TJ. Hopefully I say this right. Folefutu. He was the guy who made the hurdle earlier, and right there he was motioned on the right side to make a good block. And mind you, he's 6 feet, 225 pounds. I don't think any defender would want to try and go and shut a block off of him.
Ball in the 13. One of the receivers in motion lines up next to the quarterback. That's the running back, Sanchez, up the middle. And again, another big gain. Brophy's defense really going to be hoping here that they can make a stop. A bend, don't break is really what they're hoping for. And if they're able to, if they can force him to a field goal, I'd much rather do that because there's a good chance they could miss the field goal. They did miss a kick earlier this game, but they did get it back with the 2-point conversion. Or maybe you come away and you force a turnover and give your offense the ball. There's the snap, trying to scramble, and he's not going to get away. He broke away from one guy, was met by two more, tried to break away from them, and a third came into the backfield and backs him up.
That was Gregory Rydell there on the tackle for a loss. Junior 5'9", 182. We said his name earlier in the game. He's made a couple of tackles for loss tonight, and he was able to get in there one-on-one. He actually took his right arm and tried to strip the ball a couple times, but Sanchez was able to hold on and keep the ball within his possession. They are hungry for a takeaway.
And you know they want it, especially now.
Oh, yeah, especially right now. To keep your offense in the game and, again, give them a spark and let them know, like, hey, we're doing our job. We're the best that we can.
And there's the snap, throwing right side for the middle, and he's going to be tackled, brought down right away.
Pass is caught by Carter Groff.
Are they going to go for it here?
Oh, it seems like it. No offensive players are coming off the field. And here we go, 4th down. This is, we mentioned it earlier a few times, back up against the wall. This defense has been able to stand tall really well inside the red zone. They only gave up one red zone touchdown tonight, actually, because the second one was at the 35, 40-yard line earlier in the second quarter. Going in a huge jumbo package here.
They got everyone stacked up on that right side. There's the handoff, gonna run that way. Does he break free? He tried to for a moment, still trying to fight. Brophy saying they held him.
To Sanchez.
And we'll see what they call here, the refs.
The refs all ran over there. It's definitely hard to see right on that goal line. Brophy saying they stopped him short.
Well, the refs are still discussing it right now. They have multiple different spots. And now there's an injury on the field.
So we will cut to a break. We will be back in a moment.
A man who is known as a monster of the Midway, terrified NFL athletes with his relentlessness as a linebacker, laying big hit after big hit, all while shutting down offenses left and right. Lance Briggs, the Chicago Bear great, whose terrific career included 7 Pro Bowls, 1 first-team All-Pro, 2 second-team All-Pros, and a potential Hall of Fame inductee. The Northern California native played his college ball in the Grand Canyon State at the University of Arizona. While a Wildcat, Briggs was a 3-time first-team All-Pac-10 conference selection. He finished his collegiate career with 308 tackles, 10.5 sacks, 36 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, 10 passes deflected, 5 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. Briggs was drafted with pick 68 in the 3rd round of the 2003 NFL Draft. He finished his rookie season with 78 combined tackles, 4 passes defended, and 1 pick 6 off of Brett Favre. He continued to be one of the best linebackers in the NFL during his time playing. Briggs finished his professional career with 1,177 total tackles, 940 solo, 15 sacks, 97 tackles for loss, as well as 19 forced fumbles and 16 interceptions. His potential Hall of Fame career has solidified himself as an NFL great. As of recently, Briggs has begun a new football journey, this time back where he played college ball in the state of Arizona. He has taken a new job as the varsity linebackers coach under head coach Chris McDonald's staff at Basha High School. In 2024, Briggs had the chance to coach his son, Lance Briggs Jr., at Basha. This season, coaching the linebackers, they've seen a lot of success. As the #1 team in the state of Arizona, Basha's 7-0 start includes great play from the linebackers. One of the best players on the team has been Dante Bruley. He has 10.5 sacks and 21 tackles for loss through 7 games. Basha's in a good place with Briggs coaching the linebackers. They will continue to succeed defensively with him there. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Niall Rosenberg.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. Injury timeout is over with. He got up under his own power and ran towards the sidelines. Brophy's defense made the stop on 4th down. A turnover on downs. So now the offense backed up on their own goal line, backed up on the 5. But this is their big chance now. Vondon Bosch is going to keep it himself. He's got space down the left side. And scrambles out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. A huge gain by Vondon Bosch.
Yeah, it feels like Vondon Bosch's legs have been pretty much the offense tonight. He's been very consistent with running the ball and getting outside the pocket. And that was his best run of the night to get his offense out of their own territory or out deep in their own territory and give themselves a little more room to work with.
They marked the ball at the 27-yard line. That was a gain of 22. Pass left side to Devin Fitzgerald. I almost made the same mistake you did.
Tackled by Cannon Collins.
Devin Fitzgerald with the reception. That should be his third reception of the game now. Maybe his fourth.
Yeah, it's his fourth catch, and even though it wasn't a big one, it's still a solid gain, and it moves your offense forward. He hasn't really been able to get too much space tonight, but again, there's more opportunities up ahead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Vanden Bosch takes the snap under pressure, throwing deep down the side. Oh, he caught it. What a catch by Noche. What a grab on the sideline. That looked like Randy Moss.
I think my heart skipped a couple beats right there. Oh my gosh, Noche. Wow, what a catch.
He went up and got it. How many receivers do you see do that? He looked like Randy Moss out there.
Not many at
Maybe
all.
Calvin Johnson. Vanden Bosch takes the snap. Looking deep again towards Devin Fitzgerald, and it's picked off in the end zone. Oh, wow.
Wow, what a roller coaster in 2 plays. We had an incredible catch by Noche, and then he tries to take the one-on-one shot, not one-on-one actually, with Devin Fitzgerald, but he was double covered up top, and that was Thuis for the Thuis with the interception, and now he's down on the ground injured.
Vanden Bosch had overthrown that, and we will cut to a quick break. We will be back in a moment.
Hey, principals, coaches, and athletic directors, Vince DeLisio here. I want to tell you about an incredible resource for our high school sports season, Viva Varsity. Viva Varsity is the Spanish language broadcast that brings our community even closer to the action. On game days, you'll find live sports, interviews with players and coaches, and real-time score updates, all in Spanish. This is such an important way to connect with families and fans who want to follow along in their own language. Whether it's baseball, softball, track, tennis, or any spring sport, Viva Varsity makes sure no one misses out on the excitement. Schools can use Viva Varsity to celebrate their athletes, build stronger community connections, and share those memorable moments on and off the field. So this spring, let's make sure we're reaching everyone in our community with the energy, passion, and coverage that Viva Varsity provides.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. A turnover by Brophy. So we just saw the big play by Noche. And then they overthrow Devin Fitzgerald, it looked like. What did you see on that play?
Well, it's crazy because they got the matchup they wanted. Devin Fitzgerald was able to beat his corner one-on-one, but they moved Thuis, there we go, Thuis, over to the top of the route, and he waited for Devin to be his guy, and he was there for the support and jumped up top and got the interception. And if you're the Broncos, oh my gosh, man, that is your third turnover of the night.
That is a killer. Throwing right side, there's the completion and pushed out of bounds after he gets the first down. Noche pushed him out of bounds. Carter Roth with the catch.
Just got to go back to that Broncos drive because that was their best drive all game long. And the fact that it was a nice call to go for that shot again to one of the best wide receivers in the state, if not the best in the state. But he was double covered. It's really hard to get those passes in there.
There's a run right up the middle. Going to break free with the first down. Going to take it to the 45-yard line. Murray's tackled. A gain of 15 on that run.
Sanchez again, get him going. And he's going to help you start ticking this game down because if you're the Lions right now, you're thinking if we can put up maybe one more touchdown or two, we can seal this game because the defense has been doing a phenomenal job of creating turnovers.
There's the snap, the handoff to Sanchez, running left side, only going to get a couple of yards on that play. 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Do you think what they could have done, do you think Bosch could have maybe underthrown that, throw it behind Fitzgerald, see if you can get him to come back on a comeback route possibly.
I mean, it's a possibility. Don't get me wrong, but again, Thuez, he's such a good safety. He's able to read where the ball's going to go. He's going to do what he's got to do to make the play, and he did just that.
There's the snap. Looking. Going to
Got all-
scramble right side. Had plenty of time in the pocket. Throwing caught on the sideline. That is a big play there on the sideline across midfield. They're going to mark it about
A gain of 19 yards and a first down.
a gain of 19. And it'll be marked at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was Braxton Hoon there on the reception. Tiptoe catch on the sideline for the 6 foot, 180-pound junior there. Nice play.
Because there's been like 3 or 4.
Receiver in motion, running to the left. There's the handoff. Nope, he faked the handoff. Throw left side to Sanchez. And he's going to scramble up to the 20.
Pass is caught by Sanchez.
And they've been getting him involved on the ground game, and now they're getting him involved in the receiving game. They have a motion out on one of those short pass plays where the receivers set up as the blockers on one side, and he just follows them and creates and finds a way to get around with the room that they have, and that will end the third quarter.
That ends the third quarter. We will be back here in the fourth. Stay tuned.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here, with the lights dim after the fourth quarter. But the real game has just begun. We often talk about touchdowns and tackles. In East Texas, the college recruiting process is not an athletic transaction. It's a community rite of passage. For 1A through 4A towns, sending an athlete to college ranks is the highest communal validation. Does a scout find that 4-star talent in a town you can miss in one blink? Well, the landscape is national because recruiters don't stop at the state line. The emerging trend emanates from the West. Arizona State University and the University of Arizona have become key out-of-state destinations for Lone Star talent. It's the players hailing from towns like Texarkana and Tatum. They fuel the Arizona pipeline. Arizona State, under Coach Kenny Dillingham, has rostered 27 Texans in 3 years, forging a Texas to Temple movement. Built on guys like defensive end Clayton Smith from Texas High and defensive lineman C.J. Fike out of Tatum. As Coach Dillingham said, they bring that East Texas physicality. So, it's not just about winning a state championship. It's about securing a legacy, a way forward, and cementing a town's hope for another generation.
We are back on the Varsity Sports Show. Ball will be, saying, the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
First and 10 now for Liberty. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Is it a Wildcat formation?
TJ Foliafutu.
Looked like it there. There's another handoff right to the middle, and this is probably what the Lions are going to do, is continually just run the ball and do short passes.
Foliafutu. The ball was snapped to him. He was the one in the backfield.
Yeah, it's crazy because he was one of the key players that was mentioned tonight, but he hasn't really gotten the ball a whole lot. It's been everybody else getting the chance at making plays.
Second down and about 4 to go. There's the snap. Looks like a receiver screen or maybe a screen pass on the left side. They had the running back Sanchez lined up as a receiver, and they went with the screen pass.
He goes fast, complete on the play to
Didn't
Sanchez.
get paid off for a first down.
Yeah, it sure did. Again, they're just spreading the ball around. But I want to go back to the Broncos offense here, and they've been consistently doing a good job at running the ball with over 120 plus rushing yards each game, but they haven't been able to get any creases tonight.
No, they haven't. Under pressure down on the left side. That's where he's trying to run away. and get swarmed.
Pico on the carry.
Pico in the carry.
And then when it comes to the Broncos passing game, I mean, they struggled in the first couple games with only throwing 150 yards at the most. But then after that, have thrown 230 plus yards in every single game, and they haven't even cracked 150 yet, I don't believe. That's how good this Lions defense has been performing tonight. They haven't done the best on offense, but again, they're just doing what they need to do to win the game. Unless we get a timeout here, I mean, what, you've been asking me about takeaways. What have your takeaways been so far tonight, Riley?
Well, one thing I've been seeing is one thing we've really talked about a lot is Brophy's defense has really, I think Brophy's defense has really stood out. They've given their team a lot of chances on offense, and especially since the score has remained 17-3 since in that second quarter, somewhere in the middle of that second quarter, the score has remained the same. The offense finally had something really great going that last drive, a big chance to turn this game around with that big catch by Noche down the sideline there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then speaking of the Broncos, that was number 44 on the injury, John Michael there, walking off to the sideline, limping a little bit, but at least he's able to walk off of his own willpower. But getting back to what you were saying about the Broncos takeaways, now what about Liberty? Because again, we've already talked about them quite a bit, but I feel like you have different takeaways than I do.
Liberty here, what I'm going to say is they've had some tremendous plays offensively. They've had some big first down runs. They've made it hard to stop. But their defense especially has managed to shut down a high-powered Brophy offense and has held them to 3 points. That is a really good defense. Defensively, they look to be one of the best right now in the state. As I just mentioned, Brophy is a high-powered offense. They score a lot of points. They have a lot of great targets to go to, and they've managed to just shut them down offensively and come away big at preventing the deep plays downfield. There's the snap. It's going to be handoff right up the middle. Going to break free into the end zone for a touchdown. The bend don't break defense has finally broke.
Well, that might end up being the dagger in the heart for this game, unless the Broncos have a miracle in them. Sanchez with a touchdown up the middle, right up the gut. And once again, it's another red carpet touchdown. It's like both rushing touchdowns for the Lions tonight have been open gaps, sprint right up the middle, and they look around, they're like, oh, there's nobody here. Okay, that's cool. So now that puts them up potentially 24-3 here, down by
pending the extra point.
Yeah, down by a good amount here. And if you're the Broncos, man, this next drive now is the time to wake up.
Now's the time to get going. You still do have time on your side, at least. There's the kick. It is up, and it is through. 24-3. Liberty leads by 21. Brophy will have a chance. Let's see, can they do something offensively?
I believe they can, but they have to be able to throw the bombs down the field like they did on the last drive. They had a good play to Noche. Again, you and I, well, maybe everybody saw that catch. That catch was amazing. He jumped up so high in the air to make that reception with both his hands and come flat down on his back and still secure the catch. And then they go with the deep pass to Devin Fitzgerald in double coverage, and it wasn't right. It wasn't the right lineup there. So if they can get more of those one-on-one opportunities and get those two high safeties to go towards the boundaries, and they can get their slot receivers to maybe go attack the middle of the field, that's going to be their best chance at getting back to this game and putting up a touchdown or two or more.
Especially right now, you got to focus on the drive right in front of you. Get the touchdown. Then let's worry about trying to get an onside kick. Maybe a defensive stop. And see what you can do then. You just got to take it one play at a time. You know you can't get all of this back in one shot.
I know this is going to sound really corny right now, but head coach Jason Jewell needs to find the jewels in his offense to figure out and to just move down the field. Again, we've mentioned it multiple times. They have great offensive weapons at their assault, or their arsenal, excuse me, and they have to use them. This is the best time to use them and go prove yourselves as a good team. Again, this team has been struggling on the road, 1-2, and if they don't make something happen here, they're going to be 1-3 on the road.
Even if you come out losing this game, let's say you do make a comeback, but it falls up being short. That is a great offensive turnaround that you can maybe build off the fourth quarter, and you can maybe build off of it in your coming games.
Yeah, speaking of upcoming schedules for the Broncos, their last 2 games are at Saguaro and home to Williamsfield, who are, again, Saguaro's been struggling this season, but Williamsfield looks pretty freaking good. So they got to be able to at least make this a respectable game to go into those future games.
And he'll return the kick. Turn from up the middle, down towards the sideline. Look at him go. And finally pushed out of bounds. That's the big return they needed.
Yeah, that's a spark for sure. And that was number 19, Bishop Allen there on the return, but he got smacked hard on that sideline. He got supported by a couple teammates coming up and limped a little bit, but he's fighting it off. He's doing pretty good out there. You know, we were talking about the Broncos schedule earlier. As for the Lions, they have a pretty tough schedule coming up too. They've got Boulder. They have Boulder Creek.
There's the snap. Von Bosch looking, and hit, and down he'll go. He ran out of time.
Yeah, he got absolutely dropped right there by the defensive tackles. One of them being number 47, Tyler Bernstein there at defensive tackle. Senior, 6'4", 235 pounds, a massive man right in the middle of that line.
Lost about 5. Von Bosch takes the snap. He's going to fire over the middle. Was the receiver knocked over? The ball looked like it was intercepted, but
Is there a call?
I think the receiver got knocked over. The pass was to Devin Fitzgerald, and it looked like he was tackled before the ball got thrown.
Yeah, I don't know.
They'll call it incomplete.
Broncos avoided a 4th turnover there.
I thought that looked like a
Nobody saw the
defensive pass
interception.
interference, but
Incomplete.
Either
I
way,
guess we saw 2 different things. You know, the Brophy fans here in the stands are definitely not happy about it.
either way,
Devin Fitzgerald was looking for a flag.
that's a sigh of relief, no doubt about it. And for the Lions' upcoming schedule, they're at home versus O'Connor next week, and then go to Boulder Creek. So a pretty decently easy schedule that we can see on paper.
Von Bosch takes the snap, 3rd and 15. Short throw, just had to jump that over the middle. He's going to pick up a pretty big gain to Donovan McNabb Jr.
Chased out by Mason Lombardi.
Wow, finally we call McNabb Jr.'s name. I mean,
The junior, 6-foot
4th and
receiver.
6.
yeah,
Going to be 4th and 6.
had his first catch of the night, and thankfully, again, spread the ball out to your star receivers and get them involved now. It's now or never.
They're going to go for it here, and I think we got a timeout on the field. We do. So let's cut to a commercial break for the moment. Do not touch that dial, folks. We will be right back.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here, with the lights dim after the 4th quarter. But the real game has just begun. We often talk about touchdowns and tackles. In East Texas, the college recruiting process is not an athletic transaction. It's a community rite of passage. For 1A through 4A towns, sending an athlete to college ranks is the highest communal validation. Does a scout find that 4-star talent in a town you can miss in one blink? Well, the landscape is national because recruiters don't stop at the state line. The emerging trend emanates from the West. Arizona State University and the University of Arizona have become key out-of-state destinations for Lone Star talent. The players hailing from towns like Texarkana and Tatum. They fuel the Arizona pipeline.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. Brophy 4th and 6. 9:35 left in the game. Looking for something to get going on the offensive drive that is taking only about 1 minute off the clock right now. Looking for something big, looking for any sort of momentum here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, at least finish on a strong note. I mean, make this the best drive of the game. Their last drive, again, was going really well until the interception, but now this is the chance to get back into this game, make it a 14-point game, and really get your defense hyped up to spark a potential comeback. And something to mention about these two teams is that
4th and 6.
between these two teams, Liberty leads with 4 wins to 2 wins versus Brophy, and they've won the last 3 matchups all in dominant fashion. And even though this really hasn't been a super high dominant performance game, they've been bringing the pressure.
Snap under pressure and down he'll go with the sack and a turnover on downs. Liberty brought the pressure and they got to him in a hurry.
Right as I was just about to say pressure, I'm glad you cut me off there because they got the sack, and that was Hudson Dunn there, middle linebacker, senior, 6'2", 215 for the Lions, able to get that turnover on downs. And that was, again, that was their chance to hopefully get back in this game. But now the defense, once again, has to go right back out there and see if they can get the ball back. If they give up another score here, well, looks like this one is probably going to be over.
Especially with the defense on their own 39-yard line as well. Again, with their backs up against the wall.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't know about you, but there's some kind of smell in the air, and that smells good. It smells like kettle corn.
You know, the PA booth was just talking about hot dogs being $1 off.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, honestly, for Brophy, that's been kind of the...
Where's the ball being spot?
Looks like they're spotting at the 45-yard line of Brophy.
Liberty 1st and 10.
It's going to be the 49-yard line.
The 49.
Why'd it get backed up so far?
Maybe there was a penalty that we missed, but either way, I mean, again, your defense gets a turnover on downs, and this Lions offense has been moving the ball consistently well tonight, and they're probably just going to go right back at it with Sanchez.
Now it does smell like hot dogs now. Say kettle corn, I'm smelling a hot dog. There's the snap. Pump fakes. Throwing deep. Down the right sideline and sails out of bounds.
Defense pass incomplete. 2nd down.
Thatcher Wilson was there to cover the receiver in case he caught it or to try and knock it away, and the ball sailed over all their heads.
I mean, I get you don't want to change up the game plan and get too conservative, but why throw the ball there? I mean, now it's incomplete and you stop the clock. Even though your defense has been doing good, again, this is the game of football. You have no idea what could change and what can happen.
Well, it's almost as if they heard you with a handoff right up the middle to Sanchez. Gets about maybe a gain of 3 on that play.
He got a solid game right there, and like you said,
a lot more than 3. Looked like 3 for a second, and then they said about 5.
Yeah, again, ding, ding, ding. It's right there. You've got a good running back in Sanchez who's been doing an outstanding job tonight. Multiple touchdowns, multiple big runs, and that's really been hasn't just been the offense tonight, but he's been the engine for this offense, setting up the passing and getting room for those A and B gaps and making the most of it.
There's the snap, gonna run to the right side. Wide open down the sideline. And knocked out of bounds before the 10, maybe at the 15-yard line. Brophy brought pressure on the near side, and he scrambled to the far side.
He's running as fast as a Ferrari out there. I'll tell you what, man, he is doing really, really good. And again, that acceleration is so fast. Once he makes that cut, he is gone. I'm surprised he didn't score right there. And it just shows, again, the Broncos defense is really tired. They're doing everything that they can.
They've been out on this field a long time this game.
I know. It feels it feels ridiculous. And when you use a horse too much, it gets really tired.
There's a run to the right side. Past the 10 to the 5. He is going to be ruled out of bounds, ruled short of the end zone. Going to be right on the goal line.
On the play, gain of 12 yards brings up first and goal for the Bulldogs.
Interesting. I wonder what they're going to call here. What do you think?
State 19 is going to be first and goal. Well, I would say you run the ball, but if you have a big lead, maybe you take a shot just passing it. Maybe you just take a shot, find someone that maybe doesn't play much, and try and get them involved.
It's a risky call, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Lions did it here. But again, why risk having a takeaway or having a turnover happen here?
They're going to use a timeout. They're going to try to discuss things over. They want to talk things over on what their next game plan is. Gives us a little bit more time to talk. With 8:19 to go.
Yeah, I think they actually might have called a pass play there because the defense was set up in a way where they were able to prevent the outside leverage when it came to the receivers, but left a little bit of space open in the middle of the field. But again, it's high school football. A pass could easily get deflected off the toe of somebody and get intercepted, or go off somebody's helmet and get picked off. You just have no idea. So give it to the guy who's been doing really well in the backfield, and that is Sanchez. He has been ripping this front seven apart for the Broncos.
Do you think maybe one of the plays they called, they saw something on the Brophy defense that they realized this is maybe not the best play call? Let's go ahead and change it up.
Well, they've been running a 4-3 defense all night, which is 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers over the middle of the field. So maybe they could have had maybe they had one of their high safeties come up top of the linebacker to watch that middle of the field while the corners contain the outside. Not too sure, but it's really hard to see it from here too because we're at a slanted angle, but either way.
Especially being this close to the field.
Right.
Just trying to get where the power cord is, just right down here in front of us.
Yeah, we work with what we got. You know, sometimes that's what you have to do. And that's what the Lions were doing too. You work with what you got, and what you got is a good run game.
Like Noche was making a call there on the defense. Like he was signaling out to one of the corners out on this near side of the field.
We got the tight end lineup on the left. Double stack safety up top.
There's the motion. There's the handoff. No, he faked the handoff. He's going to pass it towards the corner of the end zone. And it is caught for a touchdown. I couldn't tell if they said he was out of bounds. They said he's in for the touchdown. And it is 30-3.
And we couldn't see who caught the touchdown pass from here, but you called it. How about that? They took the pass attempt and they had a bootleg to the outside, which I'm usually against when it comes to calling a bootleg on the goal line, but that one worked right there. Throws it at the back of the end zone for his intended receiver and gets a tiptoe corner touchdown catch.
Spot down, kick is up, and it is through. Looked a little close to the upright there. It is 31-3. Brophy will have a chance offensively to just get something going, finish off this game with high momentum. It probably seals the game with that one. But you can still finish the game off with high momentum, and you can still go into the next 2 weeks and see, hey, this is what worked in the fourth quarter. Let's try this again next week. Let's get back out there. Let's regroup.
Yeah, as we were seeing the Brophy team come to the sideline, a lot of their heads are hanging low. And as a coaching staff, you always want to teach your guys to keep their heads up high no matter what, because you don't want to give anybody out there the feeling of this team has given up. But they shouldn't give up. Even no matter if they lose tonight or not, most likely they will probably lose, but you're still 4-4 on the season, and you do have 2 tough opponents coming up in Saguaro and Williamsfield, but that's an opportunity to bounce back, and they could still get in the playoffs, but they're going to have to fight really hard in these upcoming games.
Going to be tough. Playoff matchup is on the line, by the way. Oh, a short kick. He kind of dropped the kick. It went out of bounds, and there's a flag. Looked like a little high squib kick. And I think he kind of maybe fumbled the kick off a little bit and went out of bounds with it, then got hit.
Yeah, we got a flag, and we have an injured Lion on the field as well, so we'll probably cut it to a break here.
That's exactly what we will do. We'll cut it to a break for now. We will be back.
Hey, principals, coaches, and athletic directors, Vince DeLisio here. I want to tell you about an incredible resource for our high school sports season, Viva Varsity. Viva Varsity is the Spanish language broadcast that brings our community even closer to the action. On game days, you'll find live sports, interviews with players and coaches, and real-time score updates, all in Spanish. This is such an important way to connect with families and fans who want to follow along in their own language. Whether it's baseball, softball, track, tennis, or any spring sport, Viva Varsity makes sure no one misses out on the excitement. Schools can use Viva Varsity to celebrate their athletes, build stronger community connections, and share those memorable moments on and off the field. So this spring, let's make sure we're reaching everyone in our community with the energy, passion, and coverage that Viva Varsity provides.
First and 10 from midfield now for Brophy, under pressure. He'll get the pass off, but he'll maybe lose a yard. To Harrison Chambers.
Down by Max Curtis.
We had a moth flying around. Moth was here to watch the game.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is a couple of nights ago I had this there was this female moth that was like the size of my hand hiding underneath some of the underneath the pillar of our patio, and it was huge. And that's what's crazy about Arizona too is Australia is known for their big bugs, but so is Arizona, man. We've got some crazy
we
bugs.
just had a pretty big moth right there flying around.
I know, freaking out some of the fans here.
2nd and 11. There's the snap. Vanden Bosch looking under pressure, and he'll go down.
Bubble on the play.
He fumbled the football,
Christian Garcia and Paz St. John in the back.
but he will get it back. He did fumble the football when he got hit, but he got it back. And that's a huge loss now. That just backed him up.
And it's been the same thing, man. This defensive line for the Liberty Lions has just been all over the prey. And that was Paz St. John there on the tackle, 99 defensive tackle, senior, 6'3", 275, also in the middle of the field. They've just been able to get inside the pocket, and the corners have done a good job, and other defensive backs as well, with their zone coverage, mixed with man as well.
Looks like another timeout used here to discuss the play. What they're going to do, it's 3rd and 24. He lost 13 yards. Vanden Bosch lost 13 yards there on the fumble and the sack. He managed to get it back.
Well, when it comes to the Lions, they've been dominating these last 6 weeks. 43 points, 48, 39, 71, 30 against Centennial, and then 31 tonight, only allowing 3 points. Their defense they've only allowed double digits one time last week versus Centennial in the last 6 matchups. They have been so impressive on that side of the ball.
And their defense has really shown exactly that. They built off of that. And that's exactly what is going on here.
Yeah, we'll see what Liberty calls here, but it's crazy to me that they haven't tried to attack the middle of the field too much. They haven't done it a whole lot tonight. Consistently running the ball outside, getting the outside passes, sideline passes. Try to attack the middle of the field. See what these safeties can do when they react to something going in between their spots.
Maybe some man coverage here. Looks like the corners are playing in.
Oh, yeah.
McNabb in motion. There's the snap. Vanden Bosch looking his way down the sideline. Almost hauled in, but it's going to fall out of bounds. Devin Fitzgerald was right there and almost hauled that catch in. McNabb and Fitzgerald were both right there in the area and just got tipped off their hands. And it's 4th and 24. And they will punt it away.
Yeah, Tyvo Callaway there on the deflection on Devin Fitzgerald. Cornerback, senior, 5'10", 160. good play overall, and that's something that the Lions have been preparing for entering this matchup is how they can slow down Fitzgerald because he's been explosive all season long, and tonight he's been getting the targets. Didn't start off that way, but after the first quarter, he's been getting the targets. Just hasn't really been able to be explosive.
Are they going to say offsides or false start? I saw a couple guys on Liberty jump forward there. And they called a flag. Offsides on the defense. So it'll be 5 yards. It now changes to 4th and 19.
Well, the Lions special teams has been lining up their guys all on the line of scrimmage here, trying to get blocks in. They've been getting pressure. They didn't
all
go that
dropped
time.
back. That punt's going to sail, hop, and takes a backwards bounce. Back towards midfield.
On the punt, 10
Oh, that is an unlucky bounce.
Yeah, that was punter Tristan Bonsal there. He's also a free safety. That was arguably, that was probably his worst punt of the night because of just that bounce back alone. I mean, the length itself of the punt was pretty good, but it just took a really bad bounce and gave.
It took a real unlucky backspin bounce. It bounced backwards a good 9-10 yards on that.
Right. Yeah, punters don't like seeing that at all.
Only on the back of the own end zone. And there's the snap. He's going to run right up the middle.
Jaden Vigo on the
And he's
carry.
going to get the first down.
Tackled by Noche.
You know, we've been talking about Sanchez tonight running the ball well, but so is Pico. Pico's been doing good with carries too, getting outside, inside, making room of what he has, and is able to take advantage of what the defense is giving him.
1st and 10.
And Noche was there for the tackle on that one. Been playing both sides of the ball. Two guys in the backfield. Sanchez in motion. There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. And another first down run right up the gut.
Tackled by Braxton.
Maybe not. No, not going to be a first down. It's a pretty deep handoff. No, wait. Yes, it is a first down.
A gain of 12. 1st and 10.
Yeah, I apologize for the dead space there, but I mean, when it comes to the Lions, they're just going to continue to run this thing out. You got 5.5 to go.
He hands the ball off, going to run right side to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and finally brought down.
On the carry. Brought down by Tate and Noche.
What's that? TJ Folefutu there on the carry? The big running.
That was his second carry. He had a run earlier.
Oh my gosh. 6 feet 225. Is that Derrick Henry running on the sideline there? My gosh. I love to see big backs get ball carries, especially when they're speedy for that kind of size, because you never know what's going to happen once they get upfield.
Had some really good running backs. Derrick Henry, you mentioned. Eddie Lacy was really good.
But again, when it comes to those big guys getting the big carries, oh my gosh, they're rumbling down the field. You never know what they're going to do after that.
4:51 to go. There's a snap, a pass over the middle into the end zone for a touchdown.
Complete to Camden Segal.
And that makes it 37-3.
Segal with his second receiving touchdown of the night, and he has been so good tonight when it comes to finding that open space. That's his second wide open touchdown tonight, for in the same end zone as well. How about that? So we get the extra point attempt here. Good snap, good hold, up, and it is good.
Point is good.
Should have said good to rhyme with you. We would have been twins right there.
Yeah, I could have matched it.
Would have been really in sync there. Okay, well, this is the Broncos' next chance for their offense to get down the field. But again, it's like you may as well start rotating guys around and seeing who's going to be the next man up, because they struggled tonight. And yes, we know that Their starters are their starters no matter what. But let's see who can really show up out there. Let's see who's going to be able to, in case if anything were to happen, step up for this offense and see maybe there's a spark hidden in this group that we don't know about yet.
A couple of games have finished up across the Varsity Sports Show on the other side. ALA Queen Creek had won 24-22 over Mountain View. Horizon beat Desert Mountain 35-22.
Good bounce back win for them. They needed that badly, especially after having a few close games these last couple weeks. And then for ALA Queen Creek, they started off poorly this season. And now, after getting rid of their offensive coordinator, they've been able to roll it and roll it and roll it on the offensive side of the ball and really figure things out. And now they got their groove going again.
And it's going to be a squib kick right up the middle. Picked up. Now he's going to scramble up past the 40-yard line. If you look towards the clock, we have a running clock. 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, it looks like mercy rule's been called here because now it's pretty much impossible, if not, impossible for the Broncos to come back from this one. And again, I mean, give credit to the defense. They did everything they could to keep them in this game. They just weren't able to find anything on offense. And I know it sounds like we've been a broken record, but that's just how this game's been going.
The score by no means matches Brophy's defense. It might say they let up 38, but that doesn't mean that they played bad at all this game because Brophy's defense has been out on the field. They've been making plays, and they really held them for a while. There's a pass to Devin Fitzgerald, kind of backpedals away. Look at him break free. It's going to pick up a good gain of 5.
Stewart's pass is complete to Devin Fitzgerald.
Pretty crazy to say that Devin Fitzgerald's best play of the game to me, or best run, was that 5-yard play.
He had another big play over the middle as well where he was fighting forward.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. But
he really has been fighting forward this game for extra yards.
He has. It's just, again, the Lions DB group has kept a real close eye on him to make sure he hasn't broken free.
Noah Stewart is in at quarterback. There's the snap. He's going to look. Now he's going to scramble left side. He'll run away. Across midfield, diving at the 45-yard line for the first down.
Okay, good play by the backup QB, stepping up and getting a throw to Devin and then having a good scramble on the outside to get yards. And now they're already in Liberty Lion territory.
No, Williamsfield leads 49-28 in the fourth quarter.
That's not surprising. They've been so consistently well on both sides of the ball.
The snap, Stewart is going to backpedal, scramble away. He's going to just have to throw it away.
Pass incomplete.
Tried to find a little bit of time, just couldn't do it. Just had to throw the ball away.
I mean, did he run backwards there? Yes. But did he throw the ball away? Yes. And that's the smart decision that you can do when you're under duress like that is get out in space, and if there's nobody around and you don't feel like you can complete a pass, just throw the ball away.
Also, it's not intentional grounding. He was outside the pocket.
Yeah, 11 another down.
Lined up in shotgun. There's the snap.
Nice.
There's the throw. There's Sharper, and he'll get a couple of yards there on that.
Tackled by Max Curtis.
So it should be third down and
Gain of
probably
7.
about 5. No, third and 3. It was a gain of 7.
Yeah, that was a good screen pass to Dylan Sharper right there. Again, now they're, for the first time tonight, they've been able to move the ball.
It's Dalen Sharper.
Dalen Sharper, thank you. Man, I've had a few of those tonight. Got to work on that.
There's the snap by Stewart. He's going to scramble away right side. Found himself some time. Short throw right side. Did he get the completion?
Passes caught by Wood.
Yes, he did. To Stefano Wood. The tight end and long snapper.
Yeah, Stefano Wood's gotten a few plays on special teams, but that's his first one of the I think 1 or 2 receptions in this game now. But as it's clock's ticking, under 50 seconds to go,
Fourth and 3.
Yeah, see if you can finish strong here. Get a 4th down conversion and potentially score before this game's over. 40 seconds to go.
4th down conversion and line up in the no huddle. Take it one play at a time. There's the snap. Stewart looking down the field. Right side. He'll catch it, but he was out of bounds. No, he let go of it at the end. But either way, he was out of bounds. That's a turnover on downs. And the time will run out here. 20 seconds to go and ticking. This game will finish. The Liberty Lions 38. Brophy Broncos 3.
Again, what a matchup on paper, but when it comes to the Lions, man, they just continue to assert their dominance for 6 straight games in a row. And this was their last, on paper, tough opponent. And upcoming, they don't have really any, they have O'Connor next. And O'Connor has been fighting hard in all of their games, but the record, they're honestly a little bit better than their record shows. And for the Lions, again, they're going to continue to keep doing what they've been doing, and that's winning football games.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liberty High School, thanks you for your attention.
And as for the Broncos, this was your worst performance overall on offense. They're going to enter the locker room, having those discussions with their players, and just making sure that, you got to clear this game out now. The past is the past. Move into next week, and hopefully we can recover going into next week.
They might say forget about the loss, or maybe you remember the loss and you're like, okay, that didn't go well. Let's readjust. Let's go into these next 2 weeks, and let's just go ahead and do what we can. Let's flush out this loss. It doesn't matter now, and continue on into the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks to go in the football season before the playoffs begin, and a fight for the playoffs for all these teams. I'm Riley Garcia alongside Ethan Troll. We say thank you for tuning in and good night from the Varsity Sports Show.
Good night, everybody.